The latest in gaming news is all about potential release dates, especially for one of the biggest titles. And yes, we actually have more PS5 Pro games and breakdowns. Digital Foundry's video is getting combed over by pretty much everybody. But the big lead topic is GTA 6 release date. Thanks to an earnings call, we have a good look at when it should land, as well as sort of quelling some of the worries about delays. Now, related to that, funny enough, thanks to the GTA 6 release date, we now have a Borderlands 4 release date window as well. So we will be taking a look at that in the opening of this show. But we also have some breakdowns of PS5 Pro enhanced games that are being combed over by Digital Foundry and other outlets. And I have more games for your wish list and your radar as always. Now, if you like this kind of content, it's a safe for work broadcast Monday through Friday. People treat it sort of like a gaming radio or gaming show podcast. So hit subscribe and the bell button. And if you want to get into all of the content, hit the join button and pick Member Plus. So let's just start with GTA 6 release date. This is the one that obviously everybody has been sort of waiting for with bated breath. Now, recently people were speculating that GTA 6 was getting delayed, and a Take-Two earnings call basically has calmed some of those concerns. Insider Gaming reports here, in its press release for the earnings, it was said once again that the game will release in fall of 2025. Now, it is also worth noting that in recent months, there was speculation and rumors about delay, and there were insiders that squashed this. Jason Schreier from Bloomberg said that folks at the company said the game was still on track to land in 2025, but they also noted, listen, this is a really big game. It could still slip out of its release window. We're also waiting to see if there will be any PlayStation marketing, as there have been rumors about that as well, that there is some sort of a deal between PlayStation and Rockstar. And in light of the PS5 Pro pulling off some pretty impressive things with even games like Dragon's Dogma 2, which is a CPU bottlenecked game, many are curious if GTA 6 performance will be better or best on the Pro, especially with respect to getting 60 FPS. A lot of this is due to comments from Digital Foundry earlier this year that Rockstar previously released all their GTA games at 30 FPS, and also they tend to be CPU heavy. Since the PS5 Pro has the same CPU as the base PS5, many are speculating you're going to get 30 FPS on all consoles, including the Pro, so we'll have to wait and see. And the info about the GTA 6 release date actually, funny enough, gives us an intro, or at least an insight into when Borderlands 4 will release. So in the earnings report, Borderlands comes up as a topic and a franchise. Now, they did acknowledge that the movie was obviously disappointing. They've used those words, but Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick said the following: "That said, it actually sold more catalog, so I don't think it hurt at all. If anything, I think it may have helped a little bit." So their view of the Borderlands franchise is that even though the movie was a complete and utter flop, it actually helped move the product, which is interesting. Now, when it came to the release date of Borderlands 4, Games Radar has the headline: Borderlands 4 2025 release window just got narrowed down as Gearbox owner says it won't release before April, but also won't clash with GTA 6. This means that from roughly May to August, we have a window for where Borderlands 4 could land. Now, obviously, they could come out holiday after GTA 6, but I would think that they would want to keep the back part of the year open for Grand Theft Auto 6 in case it needs to delay a little bit. Like, imagine that they're targeting September or October for GTA 6. Well, they may want to leave November and December open. So that, to me, would be like a clash. I think Borderlands 4 is likely going to then come out in the middle of the year, somewhere like a summer release or something like that, especially since they said it won't come out before April. It's almost like they're targeting that center part of the year. Now, when it comes to PS5 Pro games, it's PS5 Pro Day. Both of mine are out for shipment. I should have them any moment now, and a lot of people are booting them up and trying them out. So many people are like, well, what game should I play first? Well, I have a video on this channel. Go check it out. PS5 Pro enhanced games to play, the first ones that you should start with. If you watch that video, leave a comment. You might get featured in this live show. Maybe you have some different ideas, but there are some more highlights to put on your radar in the wake of the Digital Foundry video. It's like an hour long. Now, a lot of folks are taking elements of their breakdown and misrepresenting it or weaponizing it. Like, surprise, surprise, right? There are people that have been dishonest and misrepresented the PS5 Pro since the very beginning. and even a basic and very honest tech breakdown gets twisted and misrepresented. Now, there are some big takeaways. PSSR is doing great gains for a lot of the games, okay? One notable is Stellar Blade. John Linneman said the following: PSSR, though, my goodness, it completely changes the image, and it just resolves so much more detail and cleans up so much noise, and it winds up massively improving the visuals overall. It's a gigantic leap. It's probably the best implementation I have seen yet in terms of image quality. So he is talking about PSSR here. He's saying this is the best implementation. Very, very impressed by what they got in Stellar Blade. Keep in mind, these are games that are already out, that are doing single patches, single passes. So we could continue to see more and more games implement PSSR really, really well. But something that is, not surprising, getting misrepresented is what happened with Horizon Forbidden West, because it's not using PSSR. John Linneman also said that Horizon Forbidden West was just about the best image quality in a console game that he has ever seen. Richard Ledbetter said, "Really?" John continued and said the following: when you consider the density of the visuals, how much detail is in them, the way it resolves that detail and presents it so clean and attractive that it is honestly mind-boggling. It really looks good. I'm sorry, he says it looks really, really good. He says really twice. He says it feels like you're playing a high-end PC game using everything that you can throw at it from the PC side. So obviously him saying that this is looking like a high-end PC game is riling up that crowd. Keep in mind, this is not using PSSR, but it is using the PS5 Pro's increased power and the advanced ray tracing and some of the other features. So they are actually using the Pro, even though they're not using the PSSR. They are using Decima's own upscaling. But John's praise for the appearance of this game and it being in his mind the one with the absolute best image quality on the Pro is quite literally because of the new things that they're doing. He even went on to say that the new performance mode is light years beyond the base PS5 performance mode. So anybody who thinks this is like a dunk on the Pro isn't paying attention to the actual commentary. Just because the devs opted out of using PSSR doesn't mean anything. If anything, it means the Decima engine just continues to show itself to be an incredible engine. And when it comes to Game Boost, so Game Boost is just the automatic boost to all games. We're seeing good results in a lot of games. Now, some games we're not seeing great results, but again, this isn't a patch, this isn't enhancements, this is just a blanketed boost to all games. This again is being misrepresented. People are claiming, oh, the Pro's not worth it, it's only boosting game performance by like 10%. Yeah, there's a handful of games that haven't been patched or anything, and the Pro's not getting great results in all of them. Final Fantasy 16 is one game that we have seen some improvements in, though. The open areas that were typically in like the mid-30s and 40s is now in the 50s pretty stably FPS. So that's exciting because that game hasn't been patched. There's been no passes on it. I believe it's still FSR 1. So that is just one game from Boost just not doing anything that is seeing quite a jump in performance. Also, one summary on Twitter about what Game Boost is doing is unpatched games are seeing about a 35% increase in FPS. 120Hz games can see even bigger increases. CPU-bound games are indeed seeing the 10% increase. So people, again, are going to run around with false claims, bad stats, and misrepresentations. They're going to tell you the Pro's not worth it, it's only boosting games by 10%. Yes, Game Boost is only boosting CPU-bound games by 10%. So be careful who you listen to. There's a lot of bad actors and a lot of liars out there. Even the troublesome Elden Ring is getting a nice bump. Now, thankfully, there are people that are at least being honest about the fact that Elden Ring not getting a consistent 60 FPS is not an indictment of the Pro. That game has had issues with frame pacing and frame issues since launch. Now, I have both of mine coming today, according to shipping, so I'm definitely going to be checking out some of those games. So now I've got some games for your wish list and your radar. And first up was a pleasant surprise for Xbox fans this morning. the Death Stranding Director's Cut randomly hit the Xbox Series consoles and the Windows Store today for $19.99. An amazing price for the Director's Cut of Death Stranding. Now, we are going to have to wait and see just how well the Decima engine can be optimized to run on the S. The Decima engine tends to do very well with optimization on weaker systems. Series X should be totally fine. Again, Decima is a fantastic engine. Now, this is definitely one to put on your backlog. It is on my backlog because it's an awesome looking game, and I kind of want to play it mainly in anticipation for Death Stranding 2, because Death Stranding 2 looks absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen the trailers yet, make sure and check those out. Even looking here at the trailers for Death Stranding Director's Cut, like Death Stranding 1, I'm like, oh wow, Death Stranding 2 is a huge jump in graphical fidelity and performance. So be sure to check that out if you're on Xbox Series X and S. That's a pleasant surprise. I did see an article claiming that Kojima Productions now retains all rights to Death Stranding. I think before it was kind of a weird situation. I'm not quite sure. 505, I believe, still has the publishing rights. Maybe, because I believe they're the one publishing this on Xbox. Now, the second game to put on your radar is Spiritfall. Now, this is a fast-paced action roguelite with combat inspired from platform fighters, and they say you can slash, smash, launch, and wall splat a multitude of enemies using an ever-changing arsenal of divine powers. Now, this game on Steam right now has a 91% overall, and recent scores are even higher. It has a 96%. It is only $19.99, and now it should transition into gameplay. There we go. I think this looks like a blast. I think the art style is cool. It looks fluid, fast, frenetic, all the things you want to see in an action roguelike, especially if it's on a platform. I think the upgrades and the artwork here you can see looks really fun. Looks like it's going to be, I think, a good time, especially if you're a fan of like the Smash Brothers brawler style games. You should definitely be checking this one out. Again, this one is called Spiritfall, and it is available on Steam and has a great score. Now, this next one I hesitated to put on your radar because it is so far out, but this one is called Animal Use Protocol. They describe it as this. In this first-person narrative-focused survival horror, you play as Pen, a hyper-intelligent chimpanzee. Hunted at every turn, your only chance of survival lies in scavenging, crafting, and exploring Anchorage Station. An epic story awaits. Be quick and quiet. Now, this one got my attention because I think the idea, the graphics, and the tone is very, very cool. Giant turtle there. Maybe he becomes your buddy. Now, this one is slated for a bit of a ways out, though. It is currently slated for 2026. It is only on Steam now at the moment. So I wanted to put this on your wish list and your radar. So if you get any new trailers, any new updates that get pushed out, let me know. Come back to the channel, get in my Discord, especially if you're a paying member, and let me know if you see any good updates for this game, because when you wish list, it should ping you or it should hit your feeds if they do any updates or anything like that. So keep an eye on this one. Animal Use Protocol. This is the official announcement trailer from just about 8 days ago. And again, I think this one looks pretty cool. So recap here, we got a GTA 6 release date reconfirmed to be in the fall of next year thanks to that earnings call, but also thanks to the earnings call and that release window, the Borderlands 4 release date has also been narrowed down to probably in the middle of next year, since it won't happen before April, but they also don't want to clash with GTA 6, and more breakdowns of PS5 Pro enhanced games are being combed over. Make sure you're listening to people that are actually representing the video. In fact, just watch the Digital Foundry video and stop watching people clip things out of context and misrepresent the situation. And I put some games on your wish list and your radar. So that's the news. And now it's time for the discussion. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Guys, go through that daily ritual and smash the like button. Let's get our first 200 likes. I'm going to be checking my tracking all throughout the stream because I don't want the Pro sitting on the porch, obviously. And it does say signature required. So if they get here and ring the doorbell, my wife should notify me because she's got the Ring alerts on her watch and her phone. And thank you to everybody who tuned in this morning for the video, PS5 Pro Games to play. Let's check some of the comments here. Daily Hub Rank says Black Myth should get an FF7 rebirth treatment, if you catch my drift. I hope it does. I really hope it does. I mean, if maybe you're hinting that you know something. If you're hinting that you know something, that's pretty awesome. No Man's Sky added cross save today. They did. I have a really, really, really old save on PC with like a ton of money for No Man's Sky. They added cross save. That was one of my biggest frustrations when I went to PlayStation. If I pull up Steam right now, I can't even remember how many hours I put in on PC. 128 hours of No Man's Sky on Steam. So, you know, I have a ton of money. Now, sometimes whenever you boot up a game like that and it's been a long time since you played, like, your save will be completely scuffed and everything's broken and ruined. So we'll see. I don't know. There's no way that GTA 6 will hit 60 FPS on the Pro. There's no way for you to know that. I don't know why you're spamming that in all caps. Is that all people are going to do now, is run to one game and make predictions about it that you couldn't possibly make? You understand that, like, Rockstar has been pushing out updates for their games and adding 60 FPS. They did that with GTA 5. There's rumors that they're going to be doing that with Red Dead. So it seems like they're interested in 60 FPS. We also saw a CPU bottlenecked game, Dragon's Dogma, jump quite a bit. They pushed out their own optimization patch, and then on the Pro, like, the troublesome areas like in town that are in like the 40s on the base PS5 are in like the mid 50s, and then the rest of the game is 60s. So I don't get why people like you do what you're doing. Like, if you don't want the Pro, fine. You do not have to buy it. You don't have to want it. You know, play games where you feel like you're getting the best experience. But spamming chat and saying there's no way GTA 6 will hit 60 FPS on the Pro, you couldn't possibly know that. And Richard Ledbetter's logic in his argument when he trotted out that prediction, I again think he's basing it off of, you know, what the actual situation was when those games came out. And Jake says, yes, go watch the Digital Foundry video. Actually listen to them. Yeah, listen to them instead of listen to people like Joel. Not Jake, sorry. Listen to them instead of listening to people like Joel, who intentionally this morning was in chat saying things that weren't true. You were saying it's not worth $800 because you only get a 10% bump. That's not what they said in the video. That's not the conclusion that Digital Foundry came to. So, yeah, go watch the video. Don't listen to people like Joel who are going to watch an hour-long video and then falsely summarize it. Like, don't listen to people like that. They're liars, and they're not worth listening to. I don't understand why people are on an agenda to make sure nobody buys the thing. Why do you care? Right? Why do you care? The Digital Foundry video before they had the Pro? Yeah, I mean, the Digital Foundry video about GTA 6 was like earlier this year. Wasn't that like February or something? I'm picking up my PS5 Pro at noon. This person here says, the first game I'm going to play on the Pro is Demon's Souls. Second would be Horizon Forbidden West. Third would be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Great choices. Those are great choices. What he said about Horizon Forbidden West, like what John Linneman said about it, I was like, wow, that's really high praise. And people were going on and on about how, like, but they're not using PSSR. I was like, okay, so, but you still are getting what John Linneman is describing as high-end PC gaming on the Pro with Horizon Forbidden West. Like, I don't understand why people think like that's like a win. They're like, well, they're not using PSSR. Okay, so Decima's got a good upscaler. Nobody said PSSR was required. It's still a stronger GPU. There's still advanced ray tracing. Right? I mean, you still have those things. Those things are still available to games to utilize. You don't have to use PSSR. PSSR is there if somebody wants to tap into it, if they think it's worth using. And it seems like Insomniac and Decima have figured out a way to use Decima's upscaling to greater effect. Ray tracing is the selling point. They added reflections. I mean, I think for some people, ray tracing is the selling point. I think other people don't care about ray tracing. There are people who think ray tracing is like a gimmick and it's a waste of time. I thought that for a long time. more options and modes for the PS5 Pro is great, but all this 8K 30 and stuff, don't take away the fact that the base PS5 Pro and fidelity modes are merged. Those other modes are cherries on top for me. Yeah, I'm not concerned with the 8K other than the fact that it's impressive that they're doing it. Yeah, No Man's Sky announced that you can do 8K. Yeah, again, I don't think a lot of people are going to be worried about 8K right now, right? Oh, I have some people to thank. I am so sorry. Let me set the goal. You guys can use super chats. I will gift 5 members 10 super chats at $5 or higher. You guys can now use super chats to contribute to the member count. And I believe that we had 2 gifted members during the premiere. If there's any more, let me know. Stone Spire, you were the first. And then we had 2 more already today from DK Bager and Joker Quinn. I believe 8-Bit also did one during the show open. So 161. You guys have got a ways to go. We were going to do a big birthday celebration. My birthday's Saturday, so I can't do like a birthday stream during the week like I normally would. So I'll do like a Friday night birthday stream with jump scares and more Fright Night with Madam. There's even a fun community game that we could play. So make sure and renew your memberships and do whatever you got to do. We got today and tomorrow to go quite a ways. I just want my games to be upscaled to 4K and 60. I'm a simple person to please. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I do. And I think the GTA 6 PS5 Pro debate, I'm actually more interested to see if PlayStation decided to like partner with Rockstar for the marketing. Like if they decided to work together or come together or whatever with respect to the marketing, because that would be an enormous win for the Pro. It would be a huge win it'd be a huge win not just for the Pro, but it'd be like a huge win for the marketing of that platform. It's like GTA 6 is going to be the biggest game of next year. You're digging the ColecoVision shirt? Yo, John Lipkowski gives a member. Thank you so much. He's like, come on, boys. Many hands make light work. A lot of gifted members will add up quick. Yeah, I figured wearing the shirt with the very, very first console that I ever played with, wearing that on the day that I'm getting a brand new console was fitting. Alex says, I see a lot of Xbox fanboys excited to play Death Stranding Director's Cut, the game they trash as a walking simulator and a movie game. Listen, let them. Death Stranding's on my backlog. I don't really have time because I know that game will take an eternity to beat for me. I can only play for a couple hours a night. D Dizzle with 38 months, and it's a member plus, so that counts. Thank you so much, D Dizzle. Just got here. Good morning, everyone. Did you get your Pro? They're out for delivery. They were out for delivery an hour ago. It says I'll have them by 7 p.m. tonight. It does say signature required, so I'm hoping they actually ring the doorbell, and my wife has time to let me know they're here. She's out with the kids for a lot of today, so I don't have a way of getting... I don't think I have a way of getting the ring notifications on my phone. I should probably do that because she might be busy and not get the notification. And a single gifted from Stone Spire takes us to 164. Thank you so much, Stone Spire. I love my ColecoVision, and I love that control. I look at that controller now and think, what the heck did I use to have fun? Right? And a member plus from Louis Love. Happy birthday, Lono and Joker Quinn. Yeah, it's Joker Quinn's birthday today. And then another one comes in from Stone Spire. Stone Spire was trying to set up the 165. He wanted to attempt a 10 bomb. Check my message in Discord. All right, hang on 1 second. Thank you for mentioning the Borderlands 4 window. I missed that news. That got me pretty hyped. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch the Borderlands 4 release hype, maybe not hype, but release info. A $5 super chat tip from Mark. A Rockstar dev said that they were confident that GTA 6 will be 60 FPS on base PS5. They removed the post after. Rockstar knows 60 FPS is important. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Why did that not count towards the goal? What the heck is going on? Matt Baggs with a VIP for 35 months. Happy PS5 Pro Day. Mine's en route to the house. Yeah, I'm going to bump the line to 167. Mark, I'm just going to count your super chat as a gifted member. That takes the count to 168. I don't know why it didn't count it for the super chat goal. I don't know if it's broken or what. How does it work towards the member goal? Every 10 super chats, I gift 5, but I don't just gift 5. I add 5 to the count. I never added to the count. This is you guys, and then I gift 5 as a thank you. You guys can do super chats and make me add to the count. It's something unique just to people who super chat. So I know some people prefer that over gifting. Somebody said that in members only. Sorcerer says, the first game I'm checking out on my PS5 Pro is Hogwarts Legacy. Nice. Let us know how it is, Sorcerer. That's a great choice. Somebody just said, just got mine. Congrats. I hope that list of games helps some of y'all make a decision about what game to jump into first. Appreciate everybody supporting that video. Lono, do you think the majority of reviewers will review games on their PS5 Pro, and will this have a negative effect on the scrutiny of polished releases for base PS5 consumers? I think people are forgetting that the basis of the Pro is to take the actual... You're taking actual games from the PS5 and you're elevating them, right? Stone Spire with another gifted member. Thank you so much. I know what Stone Spire's going to do. He's going to walk this to 170. He wants to see a 5-bomb to 175. There it is. There it is. He did the double. He's hoping to bait somebody up to the 175. I don't think people necessarily understand what's going to happen. This is what Narwaffle was drawing your attention to. Baldur's Gate 3 is now enhanced on the PS5 Pro. We've tweaked our quality and performance modes to achieve crisp console visuals without sacrificing smooth performance. So it's native 4K 60. Wow. That's kind of cool. Yo, what's good, Lunchy Sky? Tell my girlfriend to give me my Pro and to not wait till Christmas. Oh, come on. You can't make a man wait till Christmas. That's ridiculous. Let him have it now. Do you not have a heart? I'm doing my best. You know, that seems insane to me. You gotta let the man have it now. All right, I'm trying to get the Ring app installed on my phone, so in case my wife is driving or something and can't let me know that they're at the door, because it says signature required, which means they may not leave it up there, and then I'd have to go pick it up later, which would not be fun. Your email and password's incorrect. Shoot, I think my wife set this up. Forgot password. Let's see if it's even mine. An email has been sent to you. We will see. And another one comes in from Veteran Gaming VIP, 17 months playing and testing out games on my PS5 Pro while listening to you in the background. Thank you so much. That takes us to 171. Reset your password. Okay. Create one. I don't even know. Yeah, that's fine. Just use that one. Change password. All right. Let's go back. And then let's log in. Because if you guys have ever used the Ring, we had to turn on the thing where it records now, because I guess there were like break-ins in the garages around here or something. And I was like, well, I guess we better sign up for that thing where it doesn't just alert us, but it also records. Oh, for frick's sake. Why does it do this? They use capital I's and capital L's, so I can't tell it's a lowercase L. I hate when they do that, when it generates a password for me, and it uses the dadgum lowercase L, and it's like, I can't tell if it's a lowercase L or if it's an uppercase. There we go. I'm all logged in. I can see my front porch now. I might have logged my wife out, but that's okay. We can get her logged in later once she's home. You're about to do the spousal forgiven. Yeah. She's going to be like, hey, you logged me out of the Ring. Skip for now. Go to live. There we go. Why can't I move the camera? I thought you could move the... Oh, I guess you can't move the camera. Okay. There we go. Let me turn my phone on so it's charging. Zubair, some of the people don't like playing on PCs. What'd Zubair say? Should Lona leave out individually packed snacks and ice cold drinks? I should. I should totally do that for the guy. There we go. I'm monitoring my porch, chat. We're all set up. We can get back to the discussion. Sorry about that. You can click on the tracking link and remove the signature requirement on UPS's site. I can? You're allowed to do that? I didn't think you could do that. So you can just tell them no? You don't have to request a signature? Yo, Bolton Gaming with 18 months. Haven't been able to watch as much lately, but I wish you continued success. And did you end up getting the Pro? Yeah, they're on the way today. The first game I want to try in the Pro is FF16. So if you guys weren't paying attention, you might not have caught it. This guy here says, TLU 2 remastered on performance mode earlier this year, and it looked amazing. I can't wait to see it could look that much better, but that's just me. Same here. Digital Foundry, they basically tested FF16, and their findings were in the open areas. They were getting like 50s. So they were getting 50s, and because they were getting 50s, to me, that's maybe good enough, right? I'd leave a note and just say leave it. I mean, I can see my porch now, so I'll see when they're here. I've got it right here in front of me. I've got my phone charging. We should be good. We should be good. Speaking of which, I should probably actually plug the phone in and not use the charger. Snacks and a note saying I'm downstairs, wait longer. Yeah. Because I'm gonna have to run upstairs in the middle of the show. In any case, I don't necessarily need to worry about the I don't need to worry about the signature. I've got my camera. I'll be able to see him when he gets here. All right. Let me actually just plug this in and see. It should charge off the computer. Yeah, there we go. All right. Reconnect to my live feed. There. All right, we're all good, chat. Don't worry. You guys are panicking more than I was. I don't understand how anyone had such bad performance issues with FF16. Yeah, you guys might get to watch me play Final Fantasy 16 PS5 Pro today. You might. Trippy Moon with a $5 super chat says, happy early birthday, Lono. What's up, chat? Do you believe Xbox will continue to compete with the PS5 Pro specs in the near future? I don't think they're interested in that at all. No, I don't think they're interested. I think Xbox is taking just a much different approach, and I think that's totally fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with them saying, we're taking our business in another direction. I think the biggest problem is they just won't shoot straight with people. Guys, take a quick second and try and get us to 200 likes. We have 166 likes, all right? We just need like 34 more likes. Make sure you press thumbs up. Make sure it's saving it. Make sure you're renewing your memberships. If you've got a renewal, it adds to the count. And thank you for that super chat, Trippy Moon. I just don't think they're interested. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying our business is going in another direction. Yeah, Death Stranding Director's Cut landed on Xbox Series X, S, and the Windows Store today for $19.99. It was, I don't know why people are surprised by that, because Death Stranding hit Game Pass on PC like 2 years ago, because the publishing rights are 505. So PlayStation had no control over publishing. They just had an exclusivity deal. So yeah, I included that in my show open as a game for your wish list and your radar. Like, hey, Death Stranding's Death Stranding Director's Cut is $20 on Xbox. That's a great deal. I just think Xbox should shoot straight with people. And a $5 super chat from Perfect Image, moving that super chat goal along. Thank you, sir. Do you think Sony PSSR came to play because the engines can't upscale 4K 60? Do gaming engines need to do better with AI upscale? Hopefully you can understand. Well, I understand. I think that the Decima engine is obviously proving it has a good upscaler, but every engine's different. And a gifted membership from Catwalk. Thank you. If you guys want to hit that member goal before tomorrow night, so we can have a birthday celebration. You guys are going to have to kick it into high gear. You're going to have to bat signal the big boys. They always have to come in and save the day lately. You're going to have to get them here. They've taken the week off. No, I understand what you're saying, Perfect Image. Not every engine is the same. So, like, Stellar Blade, according to John Linneman at Digital Foundry, Stellar Blade was, like, the best implementation of PSSR that they got to see. But then he said that Horizon Forbidden West was the absolute best image quality that they got to see on the Pro. Frank, with a 5-bomb. The first 5-bomb of the day, gifting members to the community and adding to the total. Thank you so much for helping us grow the community. So every game is different. Like, there were people that were trying to use the fact that, like, Horizon Forbidden West didn't use the PSSR as, like, a win. And it's like, I don't think you understand what you're doing. You're drawing attention to a game that John Linneman described as high-end PC gaming on the Pro. Like, that's what Horizon Forbidden West looked like to him. All right? This is an expert in the field saying that. He's like, Horizon Forbidden West on the PS5 Pro is like high-end PC gaming. And 3 single gifteds come in from Stonespire. He is trying to manifest the big dogs because that's a 20 bomb to 200. I love that you do that, Stonespire. He's always trying to bait the big dogs into dropping those big members, man. Thank you so much, Stonespire. So I don't think people understand that, like, if you're going to point to Horizon Forbidden West not using PSSR, you're not achieving a dunk. You're not achieving any points. All you're doing is drawing attention to the fact that there's a game on the Pro that John Linneman is describing as like high-end PC gaming, okay? So the PC Master Race is going to have to put that in their pipe and smoke it, all right? And I know some of you guys mean well, but I'm talking about the guys that have been nasty and dishonest this entire time since the Pro was announced. He also said that Stellar Blade was the best implementation and use of PSSR that they had seen. He had extremely high praise for Stellar Blade with PSSR. So you have to go look and watch their video. Like, watch the whole video. Not just like one segment where they're talking about Game Boost. Because Game Boost is automatic to old games. And there are some old games that are like CPU bound that are only getting like a 10% upgrade. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means that it's not going to be a universal, amazing, insane, mind-blowing boost to every single game. And you've got to take the full picture. You can have the world's strongest PC, and can I get a witness? If a game comes out and isn't running well and isn't optimized well, you don't get good performance. Is that an indictment of your PC? Is it? How many years now have people been struggling to get consistent frame pacing and frames in Elden Ring? How many people struggled with performance of Dragon's Dogma 2? How many people struggle with performance of Monster Hunter Wilds? Is that an indictment of your PC? Is it? I don't think that it is. I think that it shows that every game is different. Every game, every engine, every dev, every level of optimization, every choice they make, it's different. You could have an amazing PC and a game comes out that isn't designed well or there's a bottleneck and it can make the game run poorly. It's not like suddenly your computer sucks. Raijin with the VIP. 38 months, more like 73 months, but who's counting? Happy birthday. PS5 Pro Day, Thursday, National Canine Lymphoma Awareness Day. Well, thank you so much, Raijin, for drawing our attention to that. That's 181 on the member count. Thank you so much. You are the man. Welcome back in, Raijin. Some people here are saying the games they're going to play on their PS5 Pro. Old School Gamer says, my first 3 are going to be Metro Awakening VR, Dragon's Dogma 2, PS5 Pro Enhanced, and then I'll go back to Star Wars Outlaws. Those are great choices, honestly. Those are great choices. Let's go to some of the earliest comments on the video. Zubair said, I'll be playing Cyberpunk with path tracing and sending you nerds screenshots. LOL, you hater. Great video, Lono. Stoked for the Pro and can't wait to get one myself. I hope you enjoy it, JC. Thanks for that comment. Here's Brian King from Icon Era. Thank you for that shout out the other day on Icon Era. I appreciate that, Brian. I'm hoping that Cyberpunk will get a good upgrade. Same. That's a gorgeous game. You know, same. That could be a really, really good one for them to put a PS5 Pro enhanced patch on. You know, use that advanced ray tracing. That could be great. Dragon Age Veilguard is a crash fest on my PC. Other new games run great. That's a great example. You know what I mean? That is an absolutely great example. I don't know why you would think that, because if you listen, if you can find one game that's having issues, that never ever means that the hardware is the problem. You can always find a game that has an issue. You can always find a game that's having struggles or not performing well. We ran into this with Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights has to be the single most anomalous game out there. It's like it's anomalous. No other games have followed that pattern. Please check my messages on what I said earlier. IGN's NX Gamer review launch version via disc of Star Wars Survivor on PS5 Pro, and it was a flawless 4K 60, no tearing, despite the version on the base PS5 being awful at launch, as you recall. If that launched today, an IGN reviewer would be reviewing a totally different game compared to the base PS5 user. Which such discrepancy between consoles now? Hope reviewers make effort to acknowledge base. Oh. Yeah, Zubair, their account was 4 days old. I'm not letting somebody hang out with that name. Plague Tale Requiem did. It's since been patched, so that's a terrible example. Redfall patched itself. Starfield patched itself. Plague Tale Requiem patched itself. So my statement is correct and accurate. Gotham Knights ended up being a completely anomalous game. It did. It's a joke. That's what people should call that game, because that's what it is. It's a joke. It's not that good looking. Arkham Knight looks better, and it's a much older game. And Gotham Knights is capped at 30. It's a joke. The developers should be embarrassed. Don't bring something like that to the market and expect anybody to take you serious. Your game barely looks next gen as it is, and you capped it at 30 FPS, and your combat looks like a frickin' mobile game. Like, if there's ever been a game that needs to take a dadgum walk, it's Gotham Knights. Like, just take a walk. Nobody's in, like, why were we even using that game as an example of anything other than a joke? It wasn't indicative of where the market was heading. It wasn't indicative of what game companies were going to be doing or devs were going to be doing. It had nothing to do with the power of the consoles. The point is, so what I wanted to talk about today was Game Boost, because that was one of the big takeaways from the Digital Foundry video, was that Game Boost is significant as far as like going back and just lifting up old games. Like, there are some games that are seeing just like automatic boosts. Like the fact that Final Fantasy 16 in the open areas was in the 50s, it still wasn't consistent, but I'm like the 50s? I think I could tolerate the 50s. It was the fact that it went from 60s, like not 60s, sorry, cap 60 to 30s and 40s. It's like, if I can get 50s in FF16 and turn on VRR, I'm good. I don't even have to wait for a patch. I hope they do a patch. I think FF16 is primed for a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth patch. That's what I think. But that, to me, that's a huge bump, and they've not done anything. They've not pushed out a single patch to address that. Now, I don't know if they can get FF16 on a newer version of FSR either. Yo, what's good, hardcore magnanimous gentlemen? How are you? Guys, take a quick second. As you come in, welcome in. Go through the ritual. Whenever you get here, say hello, hit the like button, and make sure, see if you have a membership renewal that you can celebrate, because that does add to the total. The cutscenes are still 30. I don't care about that. Cutscenes are commonly 30 in games. That doesn't bother me. I'm not playing at that point. That's not like immersion breaking for me. I think Yoshi disbanded the team recently, though. I hope they didn't miss the boat and can still enhance it. They work so close with Sony so they could claim in building it. Why did they disband the FF16 team? I thought they were... It hasn't... Are they done with the PC port? Or is somebody else doing the PC port? Stonespire left a comment on the upload. While I am mainly a PC gamer, I think the PS5 Pro marks a huge footprint on the path to the future console gaming. I'm very excited for all that's on the road forward. Yeah, agreed. There's been some pretty good stuff. So you know how us PC guys usually congratulate people when they upgrade their hardware? Let's apply that same energy for people getting the Pro. Happy for you guys. Respect. Respect, Spice King. I got respect for that comment, dude. Alexander Smith says, Ratchet on the Pro might deserve a second playthrough. My top two, though, are Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy 16. I've completely skipped them because of their performance. Yeah, same. They disbanded the dev team. That doesn't mean they don't have people working on support. Yeah, I guess the question would be, without the dev team, can they get enhanced pro a pro enhanced patch out? If you don't have the dev team for Final Fantasy 16, you know, is the support team going to be enough to make that update? They are moving on to new projects. They might have a small team working on the port and DLC for PC, but the main A and B teams have moved on. Favre says, let's have every single conversation devolve into a PC versus PS5 Pro debate within minutes. Oh, yeah, you're like, no, let's not congratulate people. I mean, they're probably done with the PC port since it's out. Oh, that's right. It already got ported to PC. I completely forgot about that. I was thinking of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the one that hasn't come out yet. Spider-Man 2. That's right. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Final Fantasy 16, yeah, that one was already ported. So, and they did the port. Okay, so yeah, if they're done with the port, have they put all the DLC on PC? Have they? I completely forgot about that. Let's see. FF16 on Steam. There's a demo. Yeah, they have the DLC. They have Echoes of the Fallen and the Rising Tide. And we got a Member Plus renewal from Jamal that takes us to 182 and then 183. Thank you so much. Hang on. Jamal says, hear me out. Full Astrobot game, similar to the final level. I want a challenging 3D platform. And then We Must Rebel says, trying to burn through the workday and go home for my Pro. I'm playing Horizon and some Spidey first. Great choices. Great choices. John Lindemann said that Horizon Forbidden West is like playing a high-end PC game on the Pro. Corey says, see my last comment for an FF16 patch. I don't think the Pro patch fixes FF16's frame drops. Even on PC using the highest end hardware, the game spikes frames in certain areas outside of combat. Only way to fix it is to patch those areas. Well, what's its score on Steam? Yeah, 78. It doesn't have a great score on Steam. Like 78's like fine, but that's not, I wouldn't consider that a good or a great score. That's kind of I would consider that trending towards a bad score for that game. Is Ratchet & Clank good? So, in my video that I uploaded today about PS5 Pro enhanced games to play, I argued that a lot of people probably skipped Ratchet & Clank and they shouldn't have. So I think a couple of things might have happened with Ratchet & Clank. Number one, I think people probably thought it was a kid's game. Number two, Ratchet's not nearly as popular as the other IPs. So when we entered 2022 was like the biggest year because you got Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, and God of War Ragnarok like all in the same year. And that's also the year that the production really picked up and distribution really picked up. So a lot of people probably opted to play Horizon, Final Fantasy 16, God of War, Gran Turismo, and even Spider-Man 2. I think a lot of people skipped over Ratchet and shouldn't have. Ratchet is like the perfect game to play on your Pro. It's the first game I played on my base PS5. It's charming, it's fun, it looks great, the experience is super cool. It's like a living Pixar game that you get to control, and the switching from like cutscenes right back into combat is awesome. What is that on my porch? I can't tell it. Oh, it's the handle. It looked like a metal thing on my porch, like somebody left like a cooking sheet. It was like this square piece of metal, and it's the handle to the door. I'm just lucky I'm the manager of GameStop. I made sure I had today off to get the Pro. Hey, that's the way to do it. JG from Space with 22 months of memberships. Is there enough financial incentive for devs to make their games Pro enhanced? Do you think it will depend on Pro adoption rates? Well, I would say there's a couple of things going on. All right? There's a couple of things going on. Number one, we are seeing people line up to do Pro enhancements. Right? We're seeing game devs line up to do Pro enhancements. Why? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, I just think it's good marketing. It's just another thing to put on their game, another thing to brag about. Another thing that I think is happening is I think devs just like to do stuff like that. They do. If you listen to the way they're talking, they're like, yeah, we want to add all that extra stuff. We want to get that boost in performance. We want to get that ray tracing. We want to use that PSSR. I mean, the guy from Dying Light said that PSSR could be more significant than just the GPU boost. You know what I mean? He's like, it could be more significant if it becomes standard because it's just people are going to want to use it. So, like, I don't necessarily think that you're looking at, like, I don't think devs are going to question, should we do this? How much money are we going to make? I think they just automatically know this is good for marketing and this is the kind of stuff that we like to do. They get to have a new premiere Halo version of their game to show off. A new premiere Halo version? Why'd you say Halo, Zubair? Kat says, hey, Chad, what would be better to play PS5 Pro on, a QLED or an OLED? Forgive me if this is a dumb question, old lady here. I think people are saying OLED's better. I thought the same. Isn't OLED better? I don't know the difference. I'm not an expert on that stuff. I usually just go to Google and do this versus this and then just see what people are saying. What is going on? There's a cat. I think there's a big black cat out in the front yard. I've never watched our ring before. Sony has a mandate. You must use Pro support from here on out. You got to be careful misrepresenting that. You've really got to be careful misrepresenting that. It's not that there's not a mandate for the Pro. Your game must be compatible with the Pro going forward. This is true, right? I forgot to do a poll here. Hang on. Let's say, do you, which of these PS5 Pro Enhanced games excite you the most? Let's just do this. Are you getting a PS5 Pro today? And we will do an image poll. Yes, animated GIF. Yeah? Let's do a yes animated GIF. What do we got here? Here we go. If you guys don't ever take my polls on YouTube, if they hit your feed, let me know. Because I think they're fun. We can use animated GIFs now on like image polls, and I think it's hilarious. Somebody had the idea the other day to do it. Here we go. We got a yes and a no. They both look the same. This is perfect. And then I'll link. Come discuss live, and then I'll just link to the to the live stream. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, man, hit the like button. Let me know in the chat, are you one of the folks snagging this thing today? Yes or no? Are you getting the PS5 Pro today? Come discuss live post. Boom. I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to run polls while we're live. Yes or no? Yes or no? You guys can go take that poll if you want. Play on a monitor for the best experience. I don't know if I agree with that. I think if you get like a really, really nice TV and you're sitting back comfortable on your couch, don't know if I'd recommend a monitor over a television. PSSR is interesting. First-party upscale software. Curious to see if it does better than the third-party ones. You do understand that PSSR is not upscaling software, Joel. It's proprietary upscaling hardware. And you know there's a significant difference between proprietary upscaling hardware and upscaling software. Yes, Decima with Horizon, they are using Decima's upscaler instead. But generally speaking, having proprietary hardware for upscaling is better than using a game's upscaler. That's been a pretty consistent reason why you're seeing things like DLSS continue to update. No? So PSSR is not a dedicated piece of hardware for upscaling? What are you saying no to, Joel? You don't have a great track record today of saying things that are accurate. You already misrepresented the Digital Foundry video, so... Will you do a live playthrough of No Man's Sky in the Pro? I don't know about that. I mean, I can't play every single game in the library that they've updated. I can't play every single game. So... I have to agree, monitor all the way for gaming. I think it just comes down to preference, though. There are some really nice TVs out there. There are some really nice TVs out there. I don't know, dude. Getting a really nice TV that's big and sitting on my couch and playing a game that's got like immersive, big, huge set pieces and settings. I would have to say that I would not choose a monitor for certain games. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just something about, corner to corner, nice big 4K TV sitting there just drinking in the color. That versus a monitor. I think monitor's great if you're playing something where you want to have nice, tight, you're close. You're playing like a shooter or something, and you want to have that maybe, I don't know, quicker response time. I don't know. Just make sure you buy 120 hertz if you're buying a TV. Yeah, if you're buying a TV going forward, I would buy one that is VRR capable and also 120. So that way you're kind of set for a lot of the new features that are going to be getting out of the games going forward. And then any game that, maybe struggles to hit that consistent 60, the VRR is there to save you. When you see the PS Studio logo pop up, you know you're in for a banger single-player story. Yeah, or a live service game that is either great, Helldivers 2, or crash and burn like Concord. Latency on OLED is great. HDMI 2.1 also. Yeah, I'm sure there are good TV guides out there. Like, if you're in the market for a new TV, just check a guide and be like, what are people doing? Guys, really quickly, a bunch of you are pouring in here. If you've never been here before, this is Reforge Gaming. That's the name of the channel. I go by Lono. You can rest assured if you listen to this show, it's kind of like an interactive podcast. It is safe for work. So take a quick second, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and I need a bunch of you to hit the like button. Go make sure that thumbs up button is pressed on this video. It helps us find more folks. We've only been streaming for about an hour, so let's keep it going. And double check that you don't have a membership renewal. Help us with that goal. Super chats also help us with the member goal, because then I have to add to the list. I think it just comes down to preference. I've seen some killer PC setups where they've got the RGB and a really nice desk and a really nice monitor or a really nice ultra wide. I've seen some killer PC setups that look like drool worthy. But I've also walked into like Costco and I've walked past these giant, just gorgeous televisions, and I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I have a great TV already, so I don't need one. But I'm like, man, TVs have come a really, really long way. And you're like sitting on the couch and you got your feet propped and you got this big giant. You feel like you're in the game. I don't know. Did you ever finish your thoughts on how Game Boost would have impacted Jedi Survivor? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I got my thoughts interrupted. Thank you, Mullen, for bringing that back up. In general, I think reviewers are going to have to do their due diligence. Like, if a game like Jedi Survivor comes out and has optimization problems on Series X base PS5, but then like the PS5 Pro kind of brute forces some of it to go away, right? Jedi Survivor is PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced as well. So that's going to have to be mentioned. You are going to have to mention that in your review. Like, hey, they launched this game and the PS5 Pro enhanced version is running great, but the base PS5 version has some issues. Like, let's just take a third-party game that we know is coming next year. Borderlands 4, okay? Let's just take this as a hypothetical. If Borderlands 4 releases and its PS5 Pro enhanced version is running great with no problems, okay? If it's running great with no problems, but then the base PS5 version is running bad, well, I think that should be mentioned in the review. Yeah, that's a good one, Mule. Monster Hunter Wilds. What if Monster Hunter Wilds cranks out a PS5 Pro enhanced patch and it runs great, it runs super consistent, you know, you see good results with it on the Pro, but then the PS5 base version is running like Duke? I think that should be mentioned in the reviews so that people know. I mean, what this means is that you're almost going to have somebody who has both at your outlets. I enjoyed that, but you're right about your bottom line on Gotham Knights. I appreciate that, Phil Bosch. I think Phil Bosch is behind on the broadcast, but that's okay. The PS4 Pro didn't have such a discrepancy in the versions. I really think this is an issue we will begin to see. I think that might be bad for base consumers and gamers feeling misled. It really depends. It really depends on the developer, doesn't it? I'll make a prediction, Mule. I don't think you're going to see a lot of devs do that. Star Wars is a really good example of a game that got away with it because it's frickin' Star Wars, man. Like, they got away with it. I'm upset that they got away with it. It should have launched a year later. I still fault Disney for the Star Wars Jedi Survivor situation. Guys, can you double check? YouTube's being weird one more time. Double check your like count. I know you guys, I don't like to stress on this, but YouTube's been acting really, really weird lately. Double check that it's saving your likes, because I'm saying, hey guys, we need likes, and usually we get a bunch, and it's like acting weird again. I was on the premiere this morning with you guys, and it was not saving my like on the premiere. I'm going to check right now on my homepage of this live stream, and I'm going to hit the like button and just see if it saves. All right, I'm going to refresh. Okay, yeah, it's saved. Okay, yeah, just double check. It's being finicky again. I think they're trying to update the UI. I got some back-end updates on YouTube, and then we've got this new Super Chat goal feature that they gave us early access to. You've got an hour and 16 minutes left to hit the Super Chat goal. Are we forgetting how many games are being held back by old gen? Well, but Jedi Survivor didn't release on old gen. They brought it to old gen later, so I don't know if you could argue that. I think Jedi Survivor is anomalous. I do. I think Jedi Survivor is anomalous. I don't think it's a good example of what the market's going to do. I do not think the market is going to say, here's a game, it runs poorly on the base PS5, and we focus all of our attention on the enhanced patch. and then people on the base PS5 are going to feel like they got ripped off. AOZ says it won't have an issue between the performance of versions because the games will still run as expected on the original PS5. Right, but we're hearing that, like, Jedi Survivor is night and day. I mean, we're talking night and day, as in, like, it doesn't run the best on the base PS5. What games are held back because of old gen? I mean, a lot of people felt that Ragnarok and Forbidden West were held back by old gen, as evidenced by Burning Shores. I think people are both correct and incorrect. I think people overstated their case when they were like, well, Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok, they were held back by old gen. I think they're correct, but I also think they're incorrect. I think people were overstating their case. I think Burning Shores as a DLC proves the statement correct to a certain degree. It was obvious that once they were making content just for the PS5, there was more they could do. I think that's a fair statement to make. What I think people were doing, which was bad faith and dishonest, is they were saying, no, those are PS4 games. So they were trying to basically diminish the launch title lineup of the PS5 because they were liars and they were upset that Xbox was just sucking wind the first couple of years. So I think that debate gets lost in the fire because nobody's having a nuanced discussion about what does held back mean. My name isn't Rio with the 5 spot. Adds to the super chat goal. F monitors, TV all the way. I recently started using a projector, I think. It isn't bad. I feel I need to get a premium projector if I'm going to continue. Well, thank you so much for the super chat and for adding to the goal. And thank you guys for adding to the like count. We're really close to 300 now. The only game that feels held back isn't the last 2 to 3 years to me is Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I'll agree with that. I don't think Hogwarts Legacy felt held back by old gen. But I also don't think that Hogwarts Legacy was necessarily this humongous, next gen tour de force. I think it certainly has aged well on the Pro with all the ray tracing that they have added. I think it's aged well with all the ray tracing that they're adding. I think that's been impressive. I'm not even talking about enhanced patch version. I'm just thinking like Jedi Survivor being the key thing, being NX tested, the unpatched version from the disc, and tested on Pro versus base with no patches. Why are you asking about that though? How? I'm not sure who's going to be doing that. So are you talking about like review outlets not having the day one patch of a game like Jedi Survivor and it just brute force running better on the Pro? I'm not sure what you're driving at, Mullen. ADR Zone says, as an all-platform gamer, my PC has a 3080, great CPU, and yet I haven't been able to enjoy Black Ops 6 due to massive crashes. Yet on the PS5, no problems. Consoles are just optimized for all games. I think you should say that a slightly different way, ADR Zone. I think you would say that you will commonly find games are just better optimized for console because it's one platform to build for. So when Black Ops 6 was having a version built for the PS5, it's easy to ensure it's going to run well on the PS5 because it's just that. It's just one, right? That it's just one platform. Optimizing and building a game for PC is different. So you're commonly seeing that, right? You're commonly seeing multiplats land and they're in their worst state on PC. That was true of Jedi Survivor. That was a game that came out, admittedly way too early, wasn't ready for the market, and it ran like dog water on PC, and it still isn't in the greatest state on PC. So what your experience with Call of Duty isn't surprising at all. I think it's one of the reasons you're going to see GTA 6 hit console first. I think they know it's easier to optimize for one system. A game that size, Are you getting your Pro today? Yeah, both of mine are out for delivery. I've got my Ring camera pulled up right here in front of me because my family's going to be in and out today, and I didn't want to miss it because it says signature required. So, no, you're not. My wife said I'm going to wrap it up and make you open it on Saturday for my birthday. I'm like, no, you're not. She's glaring at me. It was one of the rare games that you couldn't tame with raw horsepower, and that's saying something, for sure. Muln says, even without the game being necessarily a pro-enhanced version, a third-party dev can throw a launch, a buggy mess, and go mostly unnoticed because of the reviewer playing it on the Pro. I don't agree with your assessment, Muln. No. I don't agree with your assessment. If a game like Jedi Survivor were to launch in the state that it launched in and was in bad shape, it was poorly optimized, it wasn't running well, the Pro is not just going to gloss over that, homie. That just simply isn't true. That we're already seeing that, by the way, with PS5 Pro Game Boost is only boosting some games by like 10% because they're CPU bottlenecked or they're CPU bound. And so they're not doing that much to those games. I don't think a poorly optimized game is going to get like reviewed by somebody. They're like, yeah, this isn't actually too bad. And they're going to miss all those issues. Yo, my name isn't real with 7 months of membership says happy birthday. Hey, thank you for the happy birthday wishes, guys. You know what I want for my birthday? I want 300 likes. Let's hit the member goal. So do those things. And by the way, my name isn't real. If you're paying for your own membership, you want to be on Member Plus because we are trying to get to 600 people at Member Plus and above. There's a lot of you guys still at the $5 membership tier, and that you blend in with the gifteds. I can't tell if you're not a gifted, and I can't count you here, and I can't give you extra content. Yeah. That's not all I want for my birthday. Oh, stop it. Yes, Lono. NX tested the poor launch state, and it did gloss over it. Oh, that's what you're saying. So you're saying this person tested Jedi Survivor 1.0 unpatched on the Pro, and it ran flawless. Well, frick. I have to say that's just going to be that's got to be uncommon. Member Plus is pricey here in the Philippines. I'm sorry that's the case. Maybe you can snag a gifted membership. Gifted members have slowed down a little bit this week. We'll see if any of the monsters come in and start to go crazy. Yeah, I have to think that's going to be anomalous, Muln. No, I don't need the link. I don't need the link. Zubair says doubt. What's the name? You're saying what's the name of the YouTuber? You're saying NX. Who is NX? NX Jedi Survivor PS5 Pro. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Oh, NX Gamer. Is that who you're talking about? 52,000. 4 hours ago, they did a PS5 Pro versus PS5 Small Leap hardware review. A month ago, they did a test of Jedi Survivor. It's in his latest video on the Pro. Okay. The game's test. Okay, so when he's showing this, yeah, so what he's showing here is the performance mode disc version. All right, see here, performance mode disc version. So this is an unpatched version of the game. See, what I don't understand is little teeny blips, nothing major. I'm not seeing. Does he go to the worst place though? Does he go to the... Yeah, see, he doesn't go to the worst place. Isn't this the open? You got him. You got Crisco. Yeah, nice work, Stone Spire. I would need to see somebody go to that planet that was terrible. Because when I played the opening of Jedi Survivor, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It was when I got to that dusty, sandy planet. He shows the base PS5 version before the clip. In the same area. Okay, yeah, so this is the performance mode in this. Oh, I see why he went to this area. Yeah, it's in like the 40s and 50s. Okay. Here's the problem with what I think that you're doing, Mule. I don't think this is the definitive proof of what you're concerned about, and I'll tell you why. All this is proving is that the stronger GPU got more consistent frames in this particular section. I would need this guy. I would need him to go to that planet that was so bad and so bothersome. There was hitching, stuttering, there was screen tearing, there was all kind of crap going on, right? I would need him to go there, 1.0 disc version on the Pro. Because the issue isn't just frame rate. Like that particular area that they were in, I had a lot of people tell me that Jedi Survivor on the PlayStation 5, it wasn't that bad when you weren't on... What's the name of that planet? Cabo? Or I can't remember the name of the planet now. It's like that deserty planet that you start on. That place was so bad. It was so terrible. I just stopped playing. I was like, this is horrendous. So I would need NX to do that for me to be concerned about what you're talking about. Because to me, again, I played through the opening of Jedi Survivor on my PS5 and it wasn't that bad. Kobo, thank you. It wasn't that bad. It was tolerable. I could tell it wasn't maintaining frames. I got to Kobo and it was egregious. It was giant screen tears. Entire game hitches and stutters. It was really, really bad. It was unplayable. No, it wasn't Uranus. Well played. Thank you, Mandela. Yeah, I'm aware that No Man's Sky has an 8K 30 FPS mode on the PS5 Pro. Thank you. You mean Kobo? Yeah. Kobo was when I stopped playing. Kobo was when I stopped playing. I was like, this is so bad. So that's what I would need. I get where your concern is. I get your concern. Your concern is, these guys are going to be reviewing games. They're not going to have the day one patch. And if they play on the Pro, the PlayStation 5 Pro may completely override some of the performance issues. Screen tears is VSync. Incorrect. That's not what was happening with Jedi Survivor. Please research something before you speak on it. I literally turn on VSync to avoid screen tears on my capture card. Screen tears come when the frame rate of the game exceeds the refresh rate of your monitor. There's other ways to get screen tearing, but that's primarily how it happens. Like if your monitor's refresh rate is below the frame rate that it gets hit with, it causes screen tearing. And VSync can cause screen tearing. VSync can also fix screen tearing. And that's not what was happening. I was playing on a television, and it was a known issue in Jedi Survivor that had nothing to do with VSync. I sent Jedi Survivor in for credit. I beat it, though. Was grueling as is, not going back, obviously. Yeah, I don't have any desire to go back. I enjoyed my time with it. I thought it was a perfectly good, serviceable game once they fixed the performance mode. I thought the story was fantastic. Question, is the PS5 Pro getting a day one patch? Well, I don't know what you mean. Sony Santa Monica has put out a tweet about their patch for God of War Ragnarok. Let's take a look at this. Warhammer Dark Tide's coming to the PS5? Why? Is it not already on PS5? Wait. What game is this? Is this the one? This was on PC, wasn't it? I feel like I played this game. Was this like a PC? Yeah. Wasn't it like a PC Xbox exclusive? Yo, welcome back, Mr. Polar Bear. Warhammer Dark Tide Xbox store. Yeah. That was like an Xbox PC exclusive. Isn't it? I'm fairly certain it is. Yeah, and then it looks like it's coming to PlayStation on December the 3rd. We'll see if it's PS5 Pro enhanced. Let's look at this Santa Monica tweet. Santa Monica says that God of War Ragnarok version 0600 is live. Updates for PlayStation users. Reduced puzzle hints. Thank you. Cinematic audio description. Various bugs. Now, pro enhancements. New mode that enables favor quality features while running 60. High frame rate mode will unlock frame rate when running on VRR monitors. PS5 based favor performance mode boosted on the Pro. And PS Spectral Super Resolution available as an upscaler. And then they got the full patch notes here. So, there you go. Yes, sir. Mr. Polar Bear. Oh, I didn't add those gifteds. My bad. Hang on. I got to go back. Stone Spire gifted 2 members. I know what Stone Spire's trying to do. He's rounded this out to 185. Thank you so much. Mr. Stone Spire. What would you say was the last instance of a game being up to your standard of performance but reviewing well on console? FF16. Yeah, Jedi Survivor and then FF16 and then Dragon's Dogma 2. Didn't Dragon's Dogma 2 do fairly well on Metacritic? Dragon's Dogma 2 Metacritic? 86% on PS5. 88% PC, 86% on Xbox. Ran like garbage. Ran like freaking caca. Yeah, that's another one that, like, what are we doing here? I think you just automatically should take an entire, like, 1.5 off if a game runs poorly. What are we even talking about? Hunter V gifts 5. He says, that looks nice and clean. I'll bump the line to 190. Thank you so much. And now we need a 10 bomb to 200. Somebody's going to have to phone a friend and get some of the big boys like MASH to come in here. Gonna need it. Gonna need it. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me check something right here. Oh, we should have chaptered that. They're big, they're friendly, and they're wild. Spot the tall neck in the Wilds Lego Horizon Adventure on November the 14th. Oh, that's right. We're a week away from that game. My son's really excited about that. I played that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game last night. I put this one on your radar, y'all. I put this one on your radar. And it's a rogue that's been on mobile and Switch for a while. It's called Splintered Fate. And I played for a half an hour last night, and I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. It's got a 92% on Steam right now. If you like rogues, if you like couch co-op rogues, definitely check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. It is on mobile, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I know the Switch did have some issues that have since been resolved on the PC version. So, get your monitors and TVs on Black Friday. If you guys do anything on like Cyber Monday, if you do anything on like Amazon Prime, make sure and use my Amazon link. That does support me. I appreciate that very, very much. Those of you that continue to do that. And we did have a coffee order this morning from Assume Parasite. He got 3 bags of the dark roast. So thank you so much. We may be sending out an email today with a reminder about the coffee. Like, hey, we haven't seen you in a while. And hey, we just brought something back. So that should be going on today as well. If you guys are enjoying the content today, thanks for being here. Keep hanging out, keep watching, smash the like button, all the things. Every 25 members, I give 5, and we're 10 away from the next milestone. Oh, you already sent the email? How long ago? It's a little discouraging. I was thinking we were going to get like, well, maybe it'll take. Let's wait until the end of the day, I guess. Oh, Warhammer Darktide isn't just coming to the PlayStation 5. It's going to be PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. So there you go. Another one. Another one to add to the list. Yo, what's good, Captain Toasty Buns? How are you? I just hip thrusted the like button. Thank you so much. Please enter a name. I appreciate that. Let's check on the poll on the channel. Let's see what people are saying. I said, are you getting a PS5 Pro today? 217 votes. It is currently 61% no to 39% yes. That's actually not a terrible split. There's a lot of PlayStation fans here. Sure do. Mine will be here next couple of hours. I'll need to wait till next year, unfortunately. I have to wait till the 30th anniversary edition comes. Still bummed that it comes 2 weeks later. That is a bummer that you buy like the super special, maybe, mega expensive edition, and you got to wait longer. I'm not selling my PS5 with a disc drive and stand for another PS5 without a disc drive and a stand. Completely respectable. What I do if I have to wait for a bit? You pick yes, and you're getting it in spirit. Waiting for it to be delivered. Already arrived 4 hours ago. Right after work at GameStop. No need for the Pro. I have a crazy strong computer. All the PS games are on PC now anyways. Untrue, but congratulations on your PC. I don't know why you think every single PlayStation game is on PC. That isn't true. I always find that interesting. You can't just say, I don't need the Pro, I have a really strong computer, and I'm okay waiting for some of those PlayStation games. But they're not all over there. They're not. Spider-Man 2's not there yet. You'll have to wait on Ghosts of Yotei an undetermined amount of time that we don't know. There were 6 exclusives just this year that you don't have, and you have no idea when you'll get them. Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You don't know when you're going to be getting those games. You see? It's totally fine to say, I've got a really strong PC that I'm happy with. I don't see the need for the Pro. Just stop there. All you got to do is stop there, and you have said something that is completely respectable and completely normal and fine. But then you got to go one step further and just say something that isn't true. I don't understand that. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. What's the need for the lie? Guys, by the way, as a reminder, as a member, you can always submit questions throughout the show with the question command, and I'll pop them up on the screen. That is a members only feature, so be sure to cash in on that anytime that you want. Community now. It says community instead of comments. This is a joke, I hope. The value is not there. Wait till Black Friday and buy yourself an Xbox One Series S for $200 or less, then pick up the Switch 2 for $20.25. Both together are cheaper than the Pro, and you know what? They'll be backwards compatible with the OG Switch. PS5 Pro is making backwards compat games. Is making, what is it? It's around 8,500 backwards compat games better. But sure, Jan. Again, I don't get it. If you think that's a better value, then go for it. Do it. Right? But why? Why do you have to make up a false comparison goalpost? Oh, it's much better to get a Series S on Black Friday and a Nintendo Switch next year, when the Nintendo Switch next year will likely be April or May. So you're thinking that's a better deal. That's fine. You can do that. But then insinuating that these will be backwards compatible. The PlayStation 5 Pro is backwards compatible. There's 8,500 backwards compatible games that are getting boosted by the Pro by the sheer nature of you checking a box in the settings. It's just weird. I don't know. Like I said, the Pro is just creating all this weird energy. It's instead of just saying, no, I don't need one, no, I don't want one, it's, I don't want one, and here's a dishonest, completely made up reason why. Xbox is literally not in the convo. Yeah, it's just hey, are you getting a PS5 Pro today? Hardcore Magnanimous Gentleman says, hey, once I get the PS5 Pro, I want to test out how sharp the image will look on Red Dead Redemption 2 once I turn on the enhanced image for PS4 games, and I don't forget to remove the extra SSD from the PS5. Oh, yeah, especially if you're trading it in. Eric says, I need some game recommendations for us to play together. She's into more casual-friendly games. I need some ideas to download today. Oh, what do you play on, Eric? I just bought a new 77-inch and a PS5 Pro, and they're getting here today, and some gaming sessions with my wife. I played PlayStation since PS4. Real Sticky with 20 months. The big 2-0, that's a member plus, taking us to 191. Let me think. Same with Xbox. It's definitely worth it for older games just being better. Unfortunately, it does have the big price tag for that. That's not the main reason to buy a Pro. I wasn't saying the main reason to buy the Pro was for the 8,500 backwards compatible games getting boosted. I was dispelling a false notion that it wasn't backwards compatible, which is what his comment was insinuating. Right? And I mean, do we want to? I guess we could add up how many FPS boost games are there on Xbox versus the backwards compat games that are getting game boost. Do you want to have a competition? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I was talking about. Okay, so chill games to play co-op. My best and first example of a great couch co-op game would be called It Takes Two. It won Game of the Year that it came out. It is probably the single greatest co-op game that I have ever played. After that, I think it gets a little tough. I agree with you. It seemed like you were pushing back on the notion like that Xbox had more or something. I wasn't sure what the point you were making. Yeah, I think It Takes Two is the greatest co-op game that you can play. Sadly, if you start with that game, everything else is going to feel downhill. Unravel 2 is a really chill couch co-op game. Yeah, the Horizon Lego game is going to be perfect. That's a week away. That'll be a casual game. Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, really, really fun, chill co-op game. Overcooked can get a little intense, but it's fun. Yo, what's good, Feed? I see you in the chat. Guys, we got to make a dash here. We got to try to get Feed a membership. We got to get the member count up anyway. Come on, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm gonna do the first. I'm gonna do the first. This is not in response to the member count. I just want to come on. Let's get Feed a membership. Paris Lily is at Compulsion and he's playing South of Midnight. Oh, he's getting to see South of Midnight. Come on, Feed. Come on. Feed, uncheck and check the box. We got to get you back in here, dude. What in the world happened to your account? You can do Baldur's Gate 3 couch co-op. I wouldn't call that a casual game. You got Unraveled 2 for your boys for Christmas? That's very chill. Unraveled 2 was so chill that I got bored. I didn't want to play it. So you got to be careful with that one. If you really want to know, it's a little over 100. Okay, so there's a little over 100 FPS boost games on Xbox. All right. Yeah, Vampire Survivors is pretty good couch co-op, but again, that might be a little too intense. That might be a little too intense for somebody who is, not necessarily interested in, like hardcore games, because that can get a little crazy. Little Big Planet. Sackboy. Yeah, Sackboy's a pretty fun platformer to play together. That one is one my wife and I played together. Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb got a co-op update. I will say this, though. Cult of the Lamb can get a little tough. It starts to get easier and you start to get stronger, but it can be a little bit tough. The combat is, if you're not accustomed to games and like rolling a lot and iframes, you can get the crap smacked out of you. Warner Brothers is going to focus on Batman, Mortal Kombat, and Hogwarts moving forward. Sounds about right. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. That's another great couch co-op one. My kiddos and I beat that one through. Rayman Legends is pretty good, but it can get pretty intense. My wife and I played through that one. Castle Crashers is always a good choice. Yeah. Heard of We Were Here Forever? I did not like We Were Here Forever. I played that with Hilly, and the puzzles were irritating. And a 5-bomb from Darren. He says, come on. Lono threw in. Let's all throw in. Let's try to get Feed a membership. He takes it to 196. Operation Get Feed a Membership is in action. We've waited long enough. Today's the day. Come on, let's get this dude a membership. We're 4 away from 200. And you guys can make me add to the count with the Super Chats as well. You got 45 minutes on the Super Chat goal. Let's get him in here. Portal 2 is pretty heady for a co-op experience. Army of Two, she likes casual games. You guys are forgetting that he said she likes casual games. And Sorcerer gets us over the hump. 201, that's Agent of Chaos. I now owe you guys some members. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. I want to see it. I want to see nonstop member train. Let's get feedback here. Let's get him back in the community. Dude's been out without a membership for like 2 or 3 months. And Joker Quinn gifts a member as well. Type his name in the chat. Feed. Membership for Feed. We got to get him. And what is that? 202. Thank you, Joker Quinn. It's Joker Quinn's birthday and he's gifting members. It Takes Two. That was the first one I recommended. Yeah, the very first game I recommended was It Takes Two, if you want a casual co-op game, for sure. Multiple choice games. The Dark Picture anthology games are really fun for couch co-op. They can get a little intense, though, when you're suddenly in charge of a player and all of a sudden you gotta, shoot stuff. And a 5-bomb from Rockin' Robin. Let's keep the train going. This is a train for Feed. Come on. We don't need MASH. We don't need Behemoth. We don't need Javier Cotto or Purple Haze. We don't need these people dropping 20 bombs and 50 bombs. We can do this on our own. Thank you so much, Rockin' Robin. This is for Feed. Yeah, that's right. That's what I want for my birthday. I want Feed back in the member pool. If you guys can't do a membership or gift a membership, take a quick second and smash the like button. It helps us out. It helps this video find more people. And we just got another gifted membership taking us to 208. Stone Spire's going to probably do 2 more and round this out to 210. It's how he rolls. It's how he rolls. He's going to try to get somebody to drop a big one. That's what he likes to do. I'm just going to round it up to 210. I know what he's doing. There it is. There's all 3. This man, so faithfully supporting the community that way. You love to see it. Stone says, dang it. Yep. Stone's out here trying to get Feed. Your pro came yet? Nope. I got my Ring camera pulled up just in case. The wife and kiddos are going to be kind of in and out today of the house. So I want to make sure if it gets here, I'm keenly and immediately aware so I can go up and get it. And thank you guys so much for the strong turnout today. Thank you for everybody smashing the like button, man. You just love to see it. You love to see a variety gaming news show get the kind of interaction that we've been getting lately. So thank you guys so much. A lot of you may have found the stream today through search results. You're searching for GTA 6. We're probably getting a lot of people to bounce off. So let's talk about GTA 6 for a little bit. If you were searching for GTA 6 and you found this video, let's talk a little bit about this. So if you guys were not aware, GTA 6 was getting rumors about getting a delay. And then the GTA 6 release date basically showed up one more time in a Take-Two earnings call just yesterday. And VIP from Miat, much love from Miat. Thank you so much. 45 months. Bumps the line to 211. Welcome back, Miat. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is still on track for fall of next year. Now, I'm curious what you guys think. I want you to say in the chat, GTA 6 yes or GTA 6 no, if you think it's coming next year or not. Are we actually going to get it next year or is it going to get pushed out? More of a window. They said fall. They reiterated fall. Haseo tries to get Feed a membership, and it goes to Dottie Scotty. Thank you so much. If you guys get a gifted membership and you want to pay it forward, we can just eternally roll the members forward. It's like gift a member, it goes to somebody, not Feed, that person should gift. Just keep it rolling. Let's get Feed in there. It's coming. GTA, yes. No. Incoming. GTA 6, no. Don't care. Yes. Yes. It's coming. We know it. Yes. GTA 6, yes. GTA 6, no. A lot of you guys are putting... This is split. This almost split down the middle. Fall could be November. Fall could be November. Now, we also got a Borderlands 4 release date out of this. They were like, well, Borderlands 4 won't come before April, but it also won't clash with the GTA 6 release date. So if the GTA 6 release date is in the fall, somewhere like October, November, I don't know, somewhere in there, I would imagine that Borderlands 4 is right in the middle of the year. We got Lono eating ketchup on steak before GTA 6. This is true. This is true. I need my GTA 6. Okay, next question. If you think we're getting Grand Theft Auto 6 next year, do you think we get a GTA 6 PS5 Pro enhanced game? Do you think they're gonna shoot for that? And then does that mean we get 60 FPS? Because here's what I've been saying about PS5 Pro enhanced games. I have been saying that if you get that label, you better not be capped at 30 FPS. The Until Dawn remake got a last-minute patch just in the nick of time, adding a performance mode. Has anybody tested it on the Pro? I believe it's getting 60 on base PS5 now anyway, so it doesn't matter. I thought it was coming this Christmas. It got delayed again. Wait, you thought GTA 6 was coming this Christmas? No, that was never said anywhere. GTA 6 will be 60 FPS mode. 200% says DJB. You guys are saying yes, 100% enhanced. So you think we get a GTA 6 PS5 Pro 60 FPS. You guys think that? All right. You got your Pro feet on land? Yo, let's get some hype in the chat for people getting their Pros today. Let's be happy for people that are getting something that they're excited about instead of making fun of them. That's what we should be doing. We should be celebrating people who are excited about something. There's nothing wrong with being excited about something. Nothing wrong with it. I can't imagine being a $1 billion game at the polish and standard Rockstar like to walk and not be enhanced. The Pro will be out more than a year. Sven says, can I get a collective FU Best Buy? That's good. That's good, Sven. What did Best Buy do with your PS5 Pro? We need that pony emote. You guys don't need a pony emote. We need... It's coming, I knew it. Oh, man. Oh, golly. That's why I think it may get delayed. So, Matthew, you think there might be a GTA 6 delay because they want to make sure it's 60 on the Pro? I don't know about that. I don't know if they'll delay their game for that. I could see them launching it and saying, we're going to be rolling out patches and enhancements in the future, hang tight. I don't know if they would want to do that for such a small slice of the consumer base. There are going to be so many people on PlayStation 4 that decide to get a PS5 or an Xbox, or people are going to upgrade from their Xbox to get an Xbox or a PS5, any combination, right? And I would say I don't think they're going to hold off for that. Stone Spire with a $5 super chat tip says, for all those getting PS5 Pros, congrats and enjoy. Thank you, Stone Spire. That's 4 out of 10 on the super chat goal. You guys got 38 minutes to get confetti in the chat on the super chat goal, and then I got to gift members. Best Buy is messing something up. So Best Buy mess up? What do they mess up? Any game after September the 15th going on PlayStation has to be Pro Enhanced. That is not correct, DJB. Everybody keeps misunderstanding that. That is 100% incorrect. Not true. Every game after September the 15th does not have to be PS5 Pro Enhanced. It has to be supported and playable on the PS5 Pro. Pro Enhanced is not a mandate. That is simply untrue. It'll need to support the PS5 Pro features. Yeah, meaning it could be compatible with PS5 Pro Game Boost. You do not have to be PS5 Pro Enhanced after September 15th. This is a false conclusion. And a 5 spot from Matt. He gets us halfway. Is Frickmas Blend Coffee available light roast? They just sent out the email. Frickmas is back, boys. Frickmas is back. Go to reforgeroast.com and get yourself some Frickmas. This is one of our most popular flavors, and we bring it out for the holidays. Let me show you. Let's show you the website. The perfect coffee for any coffee drinker. And right there, the Frickmas roast is back. It's back in black. Well, it's back in medium roast, actually. So go ahead, and get those orders in. We have roughly 200 in stock. Appreciate you guys continue to support the channel and my family with coffee orders. It's coming. That's right. Let's go here. Let's see if we've got any more orders today. What is this? Okay. Can you just take me to my dadgum inbox? I don't care about any of this. All right. Yeah, we've got one order today. And remember, when you guys are members, you can submit questions with the question command anytime that you want. Roast is more solid than a stand-up show. I don't know about that, but it's pretty stinking good. Game devs don't like 30 FPS either. Look at this gen. Only like 2 or 3 games launched at 30. I refuse to believe it. Y'all just setting your expectations low to avoid disappointment. I have faith. Peace, my fellow gamers. Now I must play video games and listen to my music. Good to see you, Dawes Dinero. Guys, if you're wandering in here for the very first time today and you're looking for GTA 6 news, make sure you hit subscribe, talk in the chat, ask me for an update. If you're curious what's going on, I can revisit it for you. Also, make sure you hit the like button. We need like 55 more or 45 more likes. While Sony wants this new mode in games, the PS5 Pro Enhanced label will still be available for a variety of other scenarios that include 30 FPS games. I don't know. I'd hate to be locked at 30. No, I believe that Tom Warren at The Verge is coming to a very, very wrong and incorrect conclusion. His assessment is so wanting and not, I don't think it's credible. I don't. He is claiming that you can get the PS5 Pro Enhanced label on a 30 FPS capped game based on a leak earlier this year that's incredibly vague. I think that reporting is bad. I don't have anything against Tom Warren. I would love it if he would actually look into the claims against me in 2020 instead of drudging them up when somebody got in his face a couple of years ago, because I didn't like his ABK coverage. But I cannot like somebody's coverage and not make it personal, which, you know, maybe he should try that. But yeah, I found his coverage of that to be incredibly wanting. It was a leak, and it was super generic verbiage. I do not think... All we have to do is look at the Until Dawn game. They got the PS5 Pro Enhanced label. It was capped at 30 FPS. And the week the Pros start shipping, surprise, surprise, they update the game to ensure that it's got a 60 FPS mode. I don't think that's a coincidence. If you want that label, you can't have your game capped at 30. That's ridiculous. That would be an insult to all of the other games with the label that are delivering. Like, everything Mark Cerny said goes out the window. Yo, Kenneth with a 29-month member plus. Is that my first video game system I ever owned? This is the Coleco. Yes, I wanted to wear it on the day that I got a new system. It's the first console I ever played on. Guys, the member train slowed down. We're trying to get feed. 5 more super chats, and I also are going to gift more. We're going to get this man a membership. Come on. But I don't think Until Dawn getting the patch today or this week is a coincidence. I think they were like, you better have that thing at 60 if you want the label. The question is, how CPU bound intensive will GTA 6 be? And it's going to be. It's hard to know because I don't know if Rockstar is going to target 60 unless the game was made for last gen at some point. Either that or, thank you, Stone Spire. Stone Spire's going to set this up. He wants a 10-bomb dunker. He's going to bump this to 215. I know him. I know how he operates. He's going to bump it to 214. He's going to do one more to 215. He's the man. Get your fingers ready to slam dunk it with him. It goes to B-Rob 34. So, GTA 6, I will say this, it could be the only game they make the exception for, Paul. You forgot your password? Can't order coffee yet? If you forgot your password, feel free to make a new account. I know we switched a couple of times with where we were housing the coffee, and I know that was a little confusing and maybe even a little frustrating for some people. But yeah, just make a new account. If you have to. It's too late now. It's already in shipping. And a single from Kenneth. No, I know what happened. Kenneth did it. Stone Spire let somebody else. Stone Spire knew. He's like, people kept stealing the thunder. And David N with the 10 bomb does it and takes us to 225. And now I owe you 5 more. Let's see if we can get feed. Feed, are you here? We've got to get Feed a membership. We've got to get them. I owe you guys 5. I'll owe you 5 more if the super chat goal is hit. I'll owe you 5 more if we get to 250. 250 be halfway to the goal. Dev kits from the Pro would have been in Rockstar's hands more than a year already. Let's be real. 99% of the people are going to buy GTA 6 even if it's locked to 24. Here's my thoughts. They cut me off again. Well, Stonespire, you pulled back. I think you knew. You're almost having to set up the setup now. You're almost having to set up the setup, Stonespire. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do 2 more and get us to 15. And then you just stop and somebody steals the thunder. And D-Tom with the VIP renewal. That's Agent of Chaos. That takes us to 226. Thank you so much, D-Tom. You are the best. Here's the game that I keep looking at, Paul. I keep looking at Dragon's Dogma 2 launching at 30, horribly optimized, CPU bottlenecked, and they're getting 60 on the Pro. Like, I think that gives me some confidence. Eugene says, I feel like people still haven't updated their thinking. The market's demanding 60. The market won't accept 30 FPS GTA 6, at least not on the Sony side. I don't know. I just feel like GTA 6 is too monolithic. I think it would hurt it, but I don't think it would hurt it to the same degree that like other games have been hurt. Like I think 30 FPS hurt Starfield. I think it's going to hurt Avowed, right? I do. I think it's going to hurt those games. But I do not think that GTA 6 will be hurt to the same degree. It will not be hurt to the same degree. It just won't. It's just too big. It's just too big of a game. And a question from Wolf Saints says, guys, when you're a member, you can submit a question and it pops up on the screen just like this. Do you think GTA 6 will be available on last-gen consoles? I thought they confirmed that that's not happening. Am I out on left field on this? Stop talking about Xbox. Who's talking about Xbox? Let me see. Does the trailer? I don't think the trailer is going backwards compatible. I'm sorry, it's going to the old gen and get a real job. I have a real job. I have a wife and 2 children, and I provide for them doing this. What do you do? Thank you so much, Ikagang, with 14 months. Even if GTA 6 was 20, it would sell. I don't think it's last gen. I don't think it said in the trailer, did it? I think it was just an announcement trailer about the game. Where is it? Here's the first trailer. Closing frame just says coming 2025. Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't think it's going backward. I don't think it's going on old gen. I just don't think I don't think so. You got people speculating that it's going to be 30 FPS on all consoles, including the Pro. I can't see this thing landing on a PS4 or an Xbox One. Yeah, I think it's only going to be PS5 and Series consoles. I don't know if they've internally revealed that, but I think that's a pretty easy prediction to make. I got a real job, bro, and all you do is capping for the Pro. Well, I'm glad that you think there's a distinction between the employment that you have and the significantly more challenging self-employment that I have. Props to you. I also think it's interesting that because I'm excited for a piece of hardware, I'm capping. Do you have original thoughts, or do you just regurgitate the language infection of the internet? What else are you going to say? Right? Are you just like machine learning that, like, what do you scrape Reddit and just regurgitate what people say there and Twitter? Do you have original thoughts? Do you want to show up here and have a conversation like a human being? You're welcome to do that. You're welcome to come in here and have a conversation like a human being. But I don't understand what you think you're going to accomplish by insulting me and telling me that I'm capping for something that you don't have to be interested in. You don't. Like, you're welcome to walk in here and join the conversation. You're welcome. You are welcome to do that. But just coming in and insulting and regurgitating silly, like, language infection vocab of the internet achieves nothing. Like, I don't think I go into streams of people that are excited about the new iPhone or the latest GPU or the latest anything and, like, yell at them for capping. It's like, hey, that's cool. You're excited about something that you're, in the business of being interested in or a hobby in. All right, hang on. Paul got me the press release, it looks like. Rockstar Games, this is December 4th of 2023. Rockstar Games, a publishing label of Take-Two Interactive Software, is proud to announce Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming to PlayStation 5, computer entertainment systems, and Xbox Series X and S games and entertainment systems in 2025. So yeah, they have officially announced that it will not be on the old gen platforms. It won't. Do you think there's a high chance PS5 Pro will be included with GTA 6 when pre-orders start coming out? Death Stranding is running at 60 FPS on the Series S on performance and quality mode. Great. That's exciting. That's actually not surprising. The Decima engine is very good at squeezing a lot out of weaker hardware. This was proven on a gaming laptop with DLSS. Now, you don't get DLSS on consoles, but the Decima engine's a great engine. That's good. I hope people on Series S enjoy the game. A $5 super chat from Andy Ackerman. He says, supporting your very real job. Thank you, Andy Ackerman, for supporting my very non-fictitious job. I appreciate that. If you guys want to continue supporting my very real job, you got 24 minutes to get 4 more super chats on the goal. And you can actually have me add to this total. We've never done that before. We've been doing that this week with that new feature. I mean, the first thing you said when you came in here, Ultra Instinct, was stop talking about Xbox, but now you're talking about Xbox. Today's topic is not about Xbox, and you're trying to make it about Xbox while simultaneously telling me not to talk about it. I really think you need to figure out what you want to do with your life, because right now you're wasting your very limited and valuable time. You're just throwing it in the garbage. You're not doing anything productive. Do something productive with your time. You know what I mean? Do some crunches, some sit-ups, some chin-ups, go for a walk, drink some water. I don't know. Listen to an audiobook. I don't know. Join this community in a productive way instead of just coming in here and being unkind. Like, come on. Eugene says, not in the first year, not enough players. I'm not sure what you mean. Lono, you sure? Do you know how to bring out the weirdos of the internet? It's not me. I'm not bringing out the weirdos. I'm not bringing out the weirdos. He might not even be a weirdo. He's just unhappy about something. I don't know. Generally speaking, that's what I feel. I feel that people are like, you're unhappy about something, and like this is how you're expressing that frustration. I don't know. Take up boxing. You know what I mean? Go get all that aggression out and sweat. Get those endorphins going. And you'll probably be surprised how little you start caring about this stuff. You'll become very nonplussed about a console that you don't want. I want to start an angry gamer gym. That's what I want to start. An angry gamer gym. I'll call it TAG. TAGG, the Angry Gamer Gym, and you can just come in, and I'll have heavy bags with the brands on them, and you can just punch the snot out of a PS5 or PlayStation heavy bag or Xbox heavy bag or PC. We can get custom dummies. We can get custom dummies where I can put Phil Spencer's face on a dummy or Jim Ryan. Well, now it's Herman Hulst. And I'll just let you come in and just wail. I mean, just wail on the bags and the dummies. And maybe you'll start to feel better. All y'all ponies are delusional. Well, you're calling us ponies, which is, I think textbook definition of childish behavior. You're name calling. And you're in here talking to people as if they're ponies. There are plenty of people in here that don't even own the PlayStation. They just like the talk show. They're on Game Pass. They're on Xbox. They're on PC. Some of them are on PlayStation. Some are on all of them. So, there's 606 people enjoying this talk show, and you're thinking that they're all ponies. So, I think you're the textbook delusional person if we really want to measure the intelligence going on right now. Benevolent Icon with 24 months, 2 whole years. Appreciate the coverage. Receive the Pro, ready to go. Here's to the job. Thank you very, very much. And that gets us to 227. Star Wars episodes 10 through 12 are reportedly in the works. Simon Kinberg is writing the trilogy, although some insiders think it may be the start of a new saga instead. I mean, you got to start over. Camp? Rockin' Robin? Why are you asking me about camp? Question mark. Who let Lono cook this morning? This guy's hijacking chat? No, he's not hijacking the chat. Settle down, 8-Bit Pro. He's not hijacking the chat. Behemoth says they have nothing. Clipping in their channels are cheap with no content, but hate and bashing other content creators. Let them. Let them. I take the free press. Let's see here. Yeah, their account's also 8 months old, so you've walked far enough and decided to hang yourself. You want to insult the chat and the community here? I don't allow that. He bans people that disagree with him. No, I ban children who can't engage in conversation without insulting people. When you can't see the difference, it just proves that you're unworthy to hang out here. It's that simple. Clip that. Yanadid with 13 months. What are you going to play first? FF16. FF16 is the first game I'm playing. That bumps the line to 228. To 228. Yeah, FF16. FF16 is hitting 50s in the open areas. Simon Kinberg is not encouraging. It's the same dude that wrote X-Men Dark Phoenix. Mother. Has he written anything else? Good Lord. Why does Disney keep doing that? He's lasted 8 months on a sock. No, what he probably did was he made the account 8 months ago. He hasn't said a word until today. Yeah, he hasn't said a word until today. So maybe he made it 8 months ago, finally waited to say something, hoping he wouldn't get immediately bopped. Because when their account's like 4 minutes old, I just bop them right away. I know they're on an alt. A few bangers for sure. A lot of X-Men. Why does Disney keep doing this? They're like, let's find somebody with a terrible track record and have them write for our most valuable property. He wrote 2009 Sherlock Holmes. He wrote Mr. and Mrs. Smith, X-Men Last Stand, Jumper, This Means War, Elysium, The Martian, the first Deadpool, Logan, Deadpool 2. Yeah, I think he's got a very, very mixed. He's got a very, very mixed. Oh no, I'm sorry. He was the producer on some of those. Hang on. Writer of the Sherlock Holmes from 2009. Writer of Days of Future Past. I thought was a pretty good X-Men movie. Dark Phoenix, 335, The Killer's Game. Okay, sorry. I included somewhere he was producer and not writer. Sorry. And a 5-bomb from Otavio Cruz. Wait, you're not playing Doki Doki Literature Club first? Here's to a well-done non-job thank you. You guys have 17 minutes to get that super chat goal if you want the confetti. It's counting down. Thank you so much, Otavio Cruz, for adding to it. One Dev 2 said, some people work or listen to this after the live stream. I barely make it here during the live, so I don't chat very often. Doesn't mean they try not to be supportive. I don't think I've ever intimated that if you don't chat, you're not supporting. I know there's plenty of people that lurk. Lurkers are the lifeblood of any channel. And I know there's a lot of you that watch the broadcast later. I don't want you to ever feel like you're not supporting. I don't think I've ever indicated that. If you're coming and listening later, hitting like, leaving a comment, those are all things that help out. Those are all things that help out. Simon Kingberg was heavily involved in Star Wars Rebels 2, then I would imagine that he could be a good choice then. DJB says, pro and hands, boys. Congrats! If you guys are just tuning in, man, welcome in. We've been talking GTA 6 release date. We've been talking PS5 Pro enhanced games. Po Buddy's Nerfect with a gifted member takes us to 229. And Behemoth says, come on, let's get this goal and confetti. He does a super chat. And he does to all the haters. The PS5 Pro is coming, and it will change the console market. PlayStation, $700 PC will not give you 4K 60. Thank you so much, Behemoth. Behemoth is usually in here dropping member bombs, and he decides to drop a super chat bomb instead. 2 more super chats. And I actually have to add to this total. You guys can make me add to the total, which we typically don't do. Pro delivered. I'm about to leave work early. If you work on something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life, so you technically don't even have a job. Keep up the great work, Lono. Love to see it. Yeah, Drexen, I've always found that statement to be largely pretty untrue, because I actually think if you do something that you love, you end up working harder because you care about it more and you give it you take greater pains and greater care to give it excellent treatment. So yeah. And a 50 bomb from Behemoth. He says, oh, you don't think I'm not gonna drop a bomb, do you? Let's get Feed a membership. We're trying to get Feed. Let's get Feed. Come on, that's 50 members. Everybody chant, Feed, Feed, Feed. I want Feed to get a membership. Dadgummit. We need MASH to come in and tag team. We need somebody to tag team with Behemoth. We need somebody to tag team with Behemoth. Is Feed getting a member? Is he? Somebody said, why entertain this person? I think sometimes you guys have to understand something. Okay? First of all, you got to give me a little bit of credit. I've been doing this for 10 years. And if I devote 3, maybe 5 minutes to making a fool out of a fool, you just got to let me do that sometimes. I don't think we get one guide like we used to. We don't let people drag the stream down into nonsense. But every once in a while, I'm going to bring somebody up on the podium and let them dance around and make a buffoon of themselves. Right? Thank you again, Behemoth. That's a big, big member bomb. Making the member goal a possibility. We're now a single and a 20 bomb away from 300. You guys just have to trust me, all right? You have to trust me. I've been live streaming for a literal decade, and sometimes I think it's worth letting somebody be seen for a fool. I think it's worth it. So, I don't do it like I used to. I've definitely toned down quite a bit. I went back it was like a couple-year-old stream, and I listened to a debate about The Last of Us Part 1 remake, and everybody kept calling it a remaster and saying it didn't look any different. And I went round and round and round with people for an hour, and I was caustic and rude and snippy, and I feel like I've definitely toned it down over the years, so give me a little bit of credit. And a 5 bomb from AOZ says, come on, let's have that Friday night birthday celebration with Lono, and gets us to 284. Thank you, AOZ. Twisted Logic says, I'm a Series S owner, and if people want to pay extra for the Pro, more power to them. Well, Twisted Logic, I appreciate that attitude, dude. I think that's the right attitude to have. Are we putting buffoons on pedestals now? Maybe for a few minutes. Paul says, my legs are sore from dancing on the stage. How much time is left on this thing? All right, you guys got 12 minutes to get confetti. No, I do not have my PS5 Pro already. Both of mine are out for delivery, and I have my Ring camera right here on the desk with me, so I can see when UPS pulls up. So that because it needs a signature, so I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it, and then have to go pick it up. Who knows where? Let's enjoy good tech. I agree, Behemoth. And Talica says, "Here's to the job. Keep up the buffoonery. Thank you, Talica." Who's gonna take it? Who's going to make the confetti? You only one more person needed on that. And then I add to this total. You guys can make me add to the total. You can't do that with the typical where I owe you, which I do owe you guys, by the way. I owe you a 10 bomb, which I'm going to do right now because of what Behemoth did. And Jen A is going to round it out to 285 with the VIP renewal. Thank you, Jen A. And if you guys haven't done so yet, hit the like button. We have almost 400 likes on the video. Thank you so much for a huge day. For a huge day on the channel. Let's see if we can't get Feed. Come on, Feed. What did you do to your account, Feed? Why can't we get this man? Hey, there's RXR the Ghost. I remember RXR. I wonder if they're here right now. No, not Tej. Feed. So close. I used to get caught up in the whole console war thing, says Twisted Logic, and it just annoys me now. It's pathetic. It's not a pedestal, it's a pillory. Well, I think for a little while it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. But this guy says, I'm surprised by the amount of yes on this, the PS5 Pro poll. Why? Best Buy shipped me mine, but it's not coming till next week. Sucks. There it is. There it is. Sear makes it rain confetti. You guys hit the goal. Confetti. All right. That means I add to the total. You guys, when I gift back, I'm not adding to the total. Boom. 290. Here comes my 5. John always was a little bit late. I tell you what we'll do. Because we're late in the stream, and John always did one and missed it. I'll give you another one, but I'll make it small. I'll make it a smaller goal. We'll just do 5. 5 super chats. I will gift 5 members. There we go. I updated it to 290, and because John always did one. Chris Toast just got a membership. I haven't seen her in a minute. And a single from Haseyo. Says, come on, let's get to the 300, boys. And gets it at 291. Thank you so much, Haseyo. Goal achieved, boys. Yeah, I made the next one smaller. I wanted to honor the fact that John always tried to sneak in there and his didn't count. Whose emote is that? Lono watching his ring. It's coming. And there it is. Kenneth will do the first one. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for the $5 super chat tip. PS5 Pro is the best. 2 spot from Haseyo. Oh, no, the super chats have to be $5 or higher, Haseyo, to count in the goal. Sorry. It says teal, and that's what that means. And Kat with the 10 bomb. That's an agent of chaos. She pushes us over to 301. Come on, Feed. Where is Feed? So ridiculous. The Dragon Ball's the best emote. Yo, Sorcerer's got his pro tier. I knew it. Congrats, Sorcerer. I love that we have turned something that people have obviously been probably pretty unkind and nasty to that guy, which, you know, I obviously could respond in kind because of some of the nasty things he said about me, but I won't. I just think we can just make it a funny meme now. I think we've tried to make it a lighthearted, jovial thing, right? It's a lighthearted, jovial thing. This guy says, Digital Foundry said Spider-Man 2 wasn't that noticeable compared to many other games. Sure, but it displays what the Pro is about. And for a new player, it's a great game to start with. Just because they said it's not noticeable, I actually acknowledge that in the video. I do. I acknowledge that in the video. I'm like, Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank are going to be the hardest ones to see. We've got 519 votes on the poll. Are you getting a PS5 Pro today? Come discuss live. Yes and no. 37% are saying no. 63% are saying, 37% are saying yes, 63% are saying no. It's only got 519 votes, so it's still got a ways to go. Our polls have been getting a lot of traction. 2,000 votes, 2.5, sometimes up to 3,000 votes. So thank you guys. If you see those polls in your feed on mobile or desktop. So the tech for PSSR has me excited for the coming of PS6, says Steam Deck. Yeah, same on PSSR. That could mean great things for the PlayStation 6, for sure. It for sure could. I have 5 emails, and it's just all YouTube receipts from gifting members to you guys. So let's see if anybody ordered some coffee. If you guys didn't know, Frickmas is back. You may have gotten an email today about it. Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank are not noticeable because they were good quality already. Right, I acknowledge that in the video. Like, he's not educating me. It's like, I literally said in the video that, like, Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man 2 are going to be the hardest ones to notice a difference because they did such a great job with them on the base PS5. But if you're getting a PS5 Pro and you haven't played these games yet, these are the best games to showcase that they're giving you everything cranked up. I mean, everything. Ray tracing, reflections, the resolution, the frame rate, all of it. I'm getting a Pro. My wife says I have to wait till my birthday in January because, you know, need to get stuff for the kids for Christmas. Oh, for sure, gangs. For sure. I get that. My birthday is Saturday, and Madam's like, you have to wait until Saturday. I was like, Hey, we got some patch notes for Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's see if they addressed any of the stuff that was kind of frustrating me. Let's see here. Issue with DLSS, eliminated a cause for crashes on PC, updated XeSS version, fix an issue where some customizations weren't applying, fixed a bug with companion skills getting reset, adjusted companion approval notifications so they stay on the screen longer. Yeah, they were pretty quick. Harding now has arrows in her quiver and is ready for battle. Global banter should no longer start too early. Harding and Tash banter no longer repeats indefinitely. Fix potential issues that could occur when fast traveling. Changing your party members on the way to certain quests no longer breaks the camera. Updated number of assets to improve visual performance over long distances. Fixed several distance pop-ins. Added collision to several assets that were missing. Fixed a minor texture issue. Added haptics to a number of interactions. Fixed lip sync in some of the ambient scenes. Adjusted audio balance. Changed equipment no longer disables helmet voice processing. Several objective markers were not spawning properly. Cleaned up certain interactions between skills. Apparitions generated by Iron Veil will now attack Rodscale. Entropic spheres now behave properly on vertical surfaces. Fixed a bug where taunt would sometimes be cleared early. Fixed a rare issue where rogues were not able to hold their bow while aiming down sights. Made detailed stats on screen more readable. Balance changes made to certain fights to match design intent. I wonder if that's the one fight that was irritating me where they kept teleporting. Balance adjustments to skills. I hate when they don't tell you. Fixed leashing exploits. Rage Demon's Ring of Fire should now be appropriately dodgeable in all situations. Slowed down the Speedy Raven in Hosberg. Adjusted creepy corpse movement while they move off camera. Danish Elf. I'm not seeing anything huge here. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything significant. So let's pull up one of the questions here. You can submit these questions as a member. Thank you guys so much for being here. You got 10 minutes before we're probably going to have to bounce. So you got 10 minutes to get 4 more super chats in. And if you want to submit questions or gift more members or renew your memberships, do that quickly and smash the like button as well. Deity Anubis says, can't they make GTA 6 story mode and online different FPS? I mean, there are certainly times where we've seen games do this. They can make the online interactions have different like textures and rendering and resolution so that you get better frames per second. They did that with like Uncharted 4, so you could go in the other direction as well. Like if you're not using any processing power for netcode and server connections and stuff, maybe. It really just comes down to what's pushing it, right? It just comes down to like what's pushing it over the edge. Is it the netcode? Is it the fact that you're online? Is it other things? We got to wait for the game to come out, Anubis, for us to even know what exactly is causing issues. If it's not maintaining 60, if it is maintaining 60. So I think it'll take some time before we even get breakdowns as to like what exactly, like for example, Dragon's Dogma 2 was having issues in town with terrible frame rates, and they found out it was like all the NPCs were basically like thinking and firing and doing stuff, and so they basically stopped that, and they saw immediate improvement. So I would say that's exactly the kind of thing that I would hope they're discovering in GTA 6, that they're able to figure out like, hey, you know, here's a way to get some headroom, here's a way to improve performance. This is why I've said, like, you got to wait and see what exactly PSSR grants Grand Theft Auto 6. GTA 6 could be CPU heavy, but they could get a bunch of headroom like they did in Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 is maintaining 60 in the game outside of the city, and in the city it's in like the 50s. So it certainly is possible. And we know that Rockstar added an update to GTA 5 to get it to 60. There's rumors about a Red Dead 2 patch coming. So clearly they're going into their games and they're figuring out how to get more frames per second. Like, they're figuring it out, which means it's a priority at the company. Which means it could be coming for GTA 6. It's still not great in towns, but it's something weird. Yeah, every game's different. I just think Dragon's Dogma 2 gives me hope that it can happen. So, Stone Spire submits a question and says, if Final Fantasy 16 is going to be your first protest, what's the second on your lineup? Probably Dragon Age Veilguard, because I've been enjoying it and I want to finish it. And there are certainly issues with performance in that game. Like, it doesn't look fantastic as far as image quality goes when you're in performance mode, and they bragged about PSSR. So yeah, probably Dragon Age Veilguard. After that, my backlog is full of games that I skipped Dragon's Dogma 2 completely, because it's like, I'm not going to play a 30 FPS game. I didn't even buy it. Like, what's the point? You know? Jay says, I'm going to take 800 and put it towards my 5000 series GPU. I think that's a perfectly legitimate choice to make. Like, if that's where you see yourself gaming, if that's where you see yourself being more invested, more power to you. You know, more power to you. I celebrate and support people who know what they want and they go and they get it. You know, they go and they get it. People are saying the games just keep piling in as well. For sure. You know? And I'm just going through and liking all the comments on the PS5 Pro games to play. Thank you everybody who commented on that. I thought about trading my X and PS5 for the Pro. I mean, honestly, Jay, I'm being totally real with you. This isn't hate or console war. There's no reason to have a Series X going forward. Xbox has made that perfectly clear. If you have a PlayStation 5 and you're investing in a really strong PC, why would you even keep the Series X? It's pointless. Other than the convenience factor of like wanting to play Indiana Jones in your living room, maybe, because like Avowed's going to be 30 FPS at launch. Like, the Series X is a freaking waste at this point. It is. If it wasn't for my daughter playing Minecraft or some of the other games that come to Game Pass or some of the other games, it's just like, there's just no point. I wouldn't, if I didn't have kiddos, I would have gotten rid of the X. I would have. I would go trade it in and just get controllers so I have backup controllers. You know? I don't know. Because Indiana Jones is coming to PS5. I was just saying, if you wanted to play Indiana Jones in your living room like this holiday, like you didn't want to wait. Xbox has made it clear all their games are coming to PlayStation. You're not going to miss out on anything if you get rid of the X. I firmly believe that. firmly believe that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm only keeping my X because of my kiddos. I've got no reason to turn it on. Avowed's going to be 30. Indie's going to come and likely be PS5 Pro enhanced. Doom the Dark Ages will be day and date. Likely will be PS5 Pro enhanced. We're hearing from Xbox insiders that, like, everything's coming. Fable's coming. Gears of War is coming. Like, probably not going to get rid of my X. I'll have it on display shelf once I get a bigger space. I've been collecting old consoles. It is a good-looking console. I'll give it that. It is a good-looking console. 187 says, what? Never? What are you saying never to, 187? Within the next 30 minutes, my PS5, Xbox Series S, and Series X will be traded in. Yeah, Xbox games aren't just coming to PlayStation. They're getting the enhanced label. Diablo 4 and Black Ops 6. Listen, if Diablo 4 and Black Ops 6 are getting the label, then I would say everything's getting the label. Black Ops 6 is getting the label like day one. This is the day that the Pro is coming out. Let's see if it's been added yet. Let's see. Let's see if the label's there. Yeah, it's still not there. It should get the label by the end of the day because it was on the PlayStation blog. Unless PlayStation did that as like a troll, like knowing that it's coming. Did they do it as like a troll maybe? Mike on the mic submitted a question. Lono, do you think the PS5 Pro enhancements will influence the Game of the Year discussion at all? And happy early birthday. Thank you, Mike on the mic, for the birthday wish. No, it has no bearing on Game of the Year. No. I don't know why you think the Xbox is good looking. It's just a rectangle. The PS5 is way better looking than the Series X. I think the PS5 is the ugliest console I've ever purchased. It looks like a Wi-Fi router from like Sharper Image. It's ugly. The Xbox Series X looks so nice. It's like classy. You can like put it into an entertainment stand or next to other entertainment peripherals, and it just kind of like blends in. It's got like a very nice minimalistic chic design. The PS5 is stinking ugly. It literally looks like a Wi-Fi router from Sharper Image or SkyMall or something. It's so hideous. I don't get why people like the way that it looks. I like my Spider-Man plates, but all like let me just show you. Let me just show you something. Let me hang on. Like, remember when the collector's edition Spider-Man stuff? Look at all that dust it's collecting over there. That's terrible. Maybe that's why I'm sneezing all the time. I mean, I need to come in here and dust. Anyway, remember when these showed up? The Spider-Man collector's edition. What's this look like? This looks like a Series X, like a really big Series X. I'm actually a teeny tiny person. This is a Series X, and I painted it. No, I'm just kidding. Like, if the PlayStation looked like this, and you got plates or covers that look like this, that's freaking sick looking. If the PlayStation 5 looks like a Wi-Fi router. I think this looks like minimalistic. It's like timeless. In like 10 years, this would still look cool. Do you get what I'm saying? It looks like a shoebox. Yeah. Shaq bought some shoes and he was selling his shoebox and I bought it. This is it. Looks like a black box. I don't know. I am a fan of minimalism. I'm a fan of minimalism. If you look at my logo, if you look at this bag, right? That's very much like my taste and my preference. I'm very much a fan of minimalism. I am. So, all right, let me set up Writer's Room. While I'm setting up Writer's Room, you guys have a excuse me, you have a last minute dash. If you want to make more confetti, if you want to make me gift more members, you can do that right now. And then in 5 minutes or so. We're going to bail and go to Writer's Room. That's a great reason to become a member. Make sure if you decide to sign up for a membership that you pick Member Plus for $6. If you haven't upgraded to Member Plus, we would love to see that number hit 600. We got the 550 and we just kind of stopped. So if you're paying for your own membership or you've been receiving a gifted membership, consider upgrading to Member Plus. It's $6 instead of $5. It supports me directly and it enables us to do more content. Okay. Writer's Room is members only. All right. Xbox is very boring. Black cinder block. Yeah, but when I buy something like that, a Blu-ray player, a TV, a console, I want to set it next to my television and have it just, I don't know, look normal. Just like a normal piece of hardware. Like, yeah, the old Xbox series, the Xbox One X, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro. I had a PlayStation 4 Pro Spider-Man. No, my Pro's not here yet. I got my Ring pulled up. So as soon as the UPS man gets here, I'll be able to go get it. I told you guys that usually the UPS man comes here in the afternoon. So it was loaded on the truck 4 hours ago. I'm sorry, 3 hours ago. Halo update is sick. You'll get a PlayStation 6 if they get Halo, says 187. Oh, you're never getting rid of your X. Well, that's fine. You can keep your Series X. I was talking to somebody else when I said what I said. I hope you get your Pro soon, my man, because the games are tight. 120 mode with ray tracing. Let's go. Nice. Nice. All right, last call. Last call for alcohol. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Are you going to do a multi-game demo stream or do it in members if it gets here? Oh no, yeah, I'll play multiple games. It'll take a while to install them. Insomniac Black with a $5 super chat tip. He says, "Let's hustle and get this." Seto Kaiba a console? What are you saying? Seto Kaiba is a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! It was obsessed with gaming and duel monsters. We need 3 more super chats for the confetti. They got to be a $5 super chat. 3 more. Insomniac Black's helping you guys hustle at the end. Yeah, I will definitely try to play some games for you guys today in the afternoon. I don't know what tomorrow will be. We might just do like... I don't know, we'll do a talk show or if we'll just boot up and call it, PS5 Pro gameplay day and we're just like booting up games and trying them. Like I could install like a handful of games and we could do timestamps later and chapters to like let people come find it. I don't know. We'll debrief in the writer's room about that, about what we want to do. Watch out for them Amazon drivers for sure. Hey, you told me I didn't watch the Digital Foundry vid. You can install your NVMe into your Pro, and they will just be there. So download the games now. I don't. What do you mean? I don't have an extra hard drive in either of my PlayStations. The console looks just like him. Oh, it looks just like him. I wasn't necessarily saying you didn't watch the video. You were misrepresenting it, homie. You showed up to the PS5 Pro games to play video and you were falsely summarizing their video. You said it wasn't worth it. It was only getting 10% boosts on games. That isn't true. I said this yesterday. I tweeted out a video today. It's not easy. I'm sorry. It's not difficult to just tell the truth. It isn't. Why do you have to go the extra lengths to be like, instead of just saying Game Boost is not universally improving all games to the same degree, you're like, yeah, it's not worth it. Games are only getting a 10% bump. Take the one out you use and install it into your Pro. No, I'm not doing that. I have PS5s already that my kids use and are going to continue to use. I'm not doing that. That wouldn't help me at all. And I don't have FF16 installed, so I'd have to download it right now. I see what you're saying. I could install it and then move the hard drives. I'm not going to do that. Book it. PS5 Pro gameplay, new game every hour. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. We could choose in Writer's Room what games we think are going to be the best to do it with, for sure. I think we already have 2. FF16, Dragon Age Veilguard. We need a couple more. You guys can help us pick. All right, you guys have 2 minutes. 2 minutes and we're getting out of here. We need 3 more super chats for confetti. We can let the member goal chill. We're probably gonna need Mash's help tomorrow if you guys are gonna hit the 500 for a Friday night birthday celebration stream. We will see. You got 2 minutes and we're getting out of here. Did I set up redirect? I did. All right, let me get the link so I have it and I'm ready. I don't think he ever installed a secondary drive. I didn't install a secondary drive. Is he assuming that I have a secondary drive installed? Because I don't. He's making it sound like I can just like yank out the hard drive from my PS5 and move it. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. He's assuming you have one. Okay. Get an 8 terabyte SSD for only 1,000. Yeah, just 1,000. Diablo 4 is crispy on the Pro. You can't replace an internal drive like that. It's soldered to the board. Oh. Fantastic advice, Joel, once again. And a 5-bomb comes in from Sal at the buzzer. He says, come on. We can keep going. He's like, we don't need MASH. We don't need MASH. Now we're a 20-bomb away from 326. I'd owe you 5 more. We can extend a teeny bit. We can extend a teeny bit. How long have we been streaming? Yeah, we can extend a teeny bit. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. We can extend a teeny bit. Since Sal just did a buzzer beater 5-bomb. How much time? Okay, yeah, we can extend 4 minutes. You can look at the top of the chat. There's a 4-minute countdown on the super chat. 4-minute countdown on the super chat. We can extend a teeny bit. Somebody just tweeted at me. Apex Drizzy says, it's in hand. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Hang on. I like the other GIF. I like the other animated GIF. Congrats. Little guy blowing like a party favor. Pause. Does anybody know a good budget computer built well and will last? That's a really difficult question to answer, homie. You got to tell us your budget. You got to tell us what you're going to do with it, what kind of games you want to play, what performance you're hoping to get. You know? Like when you say budget computer, what exactly do you mean? All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes on the super chat. Little countdown for confetti. 3 more super chats. If not, that's totally fine. I'll spam a link and we will get out of here. Do I still have the link copied? I do. I'll let you guys extend a little bit because Sal dropped the 5-bomb. I keep looking out the front door to summon him. Insomniac Black is going to get us one closer. Are you planning on axing the old channel? If so, can we make a Friday stream and pop champagne as we have goodbye to the dregs? We could do something like that, Insomniac Black. We totally could. We totally could. 2 more. We need 2 more super chats. Insomniac Black does it. He gets us a little bit closer. And when you guys hit the goal, I actually add to this. You guys can make me add to the total. So thank you so much, Insomniac Black, and everybody else who has super chatted today. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. You got 2 minutes and counting. And I'm watching my Ring front door camera to see when the UPS man gets here. Is Doc Dark out here trolling these guys about Death Stranding 2? Stop celebrating. It's not a PlayStation game. It's a live service game. Passion project. Small spin-off game. Lego game made them do it. MLB made them do it. Y'all know nothing. Death Stranding. Come on, Doc Dark. Come on. He's such a freaking troll. All right. A minute and 20 seconds counting down at the top of the chat. 2 more super chats for the confetti. I'm going to spam a link as soon as that timer's gone. And Insomniac Black, if Nash won't do it, I will. Oh, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You can't do a 10. You got to do 2 5s. Oh, my gosh. Somebody help him out. I hate it. I hate it. I'll give 5. I will. I'll honor it. I'll honor it. I'll bump this to 311. When you guys do the super chat one, I actually add to the total. I add to the total. I'm going to count it. I'm going to count it. You're not going to get confetti, though, unless somebody does it in the next 30 seconds. I wish that was clearer. It's the number of super chats. It's not a dollar amount. I can't set a dollar amount. It's a number of super chats. I don't know. It should. I should be able to say like a 10 should count as 2. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm going to honor it. There's the 5. There's the 5 that I owe. Okay. I'm going to spam a link in chat. All right. And I'm going to start the new stream. I don't speak, no hablo español. Lo siento. Thanks so much for being a member to this channel. You may have gotten gifted a member today, a big day. You got to hit 500 before Friday night. And we'll do a big Friday night birthday celebration stream. My birthday's Friday. Nothing to put here. Thank you so much, Charles Freeman, with a $5 super chat tip at the end, at the buzzer. And I'm going to redirect folks over. I'm also going to try something. I'm going to do an ad before I end, and we'll just see. And a $5 from Biggie Smalls. Count it. Count this, Lono. Thank you. And then I'm going to end that stream and redirect folks over because we're no longer live. I'll also change that thumbnail. Thank you, Biggie Smalls, for the first super chat on the channel.